T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
Two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
What's going on, everyone? Kopish family is proud to announce the merch store is officially open again. We're back, people, with the hoodies. We got the men's hoodies. We got the unisex hoodies. And we've got the mugs, brand new mugs, brand new t-shirts, and of course we had to give you lot the exclusive. You've been waiting for it. It's that engage the man. Come on now, you know we have to engage. So guys, the merch store is officially open now. Check out the new store.
Not gonna lie, gonna have a hard on explaining this one to Mumsy when she sees this episode still. I'm gonna call it Engage the Phone. That's what I'm gonna call this t-shirt. And especially when Stevie asks as well, I'm gonna have to say Engage the Phone, Engage the Phone. But bless up everyone, big up to everyone in the building. It is Friday night, you know what that means, guys. It is Kop-ish calling. Drift, talk to me. How you doing, bro?
Well, I know we're going to dig deep into the Carvalho stuff, so straight away I'm going to be excited about it. And again, apologies, people, for us being late. It was me rushing home. You know what I mean? You can't trust this public transport. Swear down, you cannot trust it. So it's my fault we're late. Apologies for that, guys. Although to some people we're early because people thought we're going at 7, but we originally rescheduled it to go a little bit earlier. So, but we're here. We're here. What's going on, people?
We are indeed. On that note, guys, make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Obviously, guys, this is the show where you guys get to call in and say what you feel. So make sure when you come on, guys, you keep it respectful and all that good stuff, but also remain respectful in the comments. People are here coming to support the channel. The least you can do is respect them. Whether you agree with their opinions or not, that's all we do. That's all we do. Respect around here. So, Drift, let's get straight into it, bro. Fabio Carvalho. 5 mil up front, 2.7 roughly in add-ons. Obviously, it's a player we wanted in January, but let's be honest, it's not a player we desperately needed in January. Very exciting prospect. Big up to Jake, who is a Fulham fan and someone who's obviously supported the channel, etc. And he says expect great things from this player.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question, though, Drift. He's ours now, pretty much. Is he coming in to replace someone? And if so, who? And could he be replacing more than one player potentially?
All right. Well, here's the thing, right? I personally believe there's 1 or 2 players in the squad that, unfortunately, for whatever reason, aren't going to be here next season. I'm starting to think Minamino could actually be one of them, which is going to annoy me a little bit because I do think he deserves one more season. Origi's obviously going. And then I think Ox is the other one that I think is a guarantee. I think if we're going to bet money on people leaving, I think those 3 will be the main ones. Then you've got the obvious people that aren't quite in the squad now, like Nat Phillips, unfortunately. We're definitely going to cash in on him. He's doing brilliantly for Bournemouth. They'll probably want to keep him if they come up. If not, we can sell him to a host of other clubs. I know we always used to make jokes, but the whole Burnley thing, I think Daesh, if he stays in the Premier League, will come for him. Tarkowski is going to be going. So there's a host of clubs that we're going to be able to get 15, 20 mil from that from. And then, you know, you've got the odd little like youth players that might go out, etc., etc. So I think we got to come to terms with the fact that those guys will all be going. Jones, may he go on loan? We spoke about it yesterday. There's a big possibility that Jones could go on loan. And if he does go on loan, then Carvalho will most likely replace him, Kai, if I'm being honest. I reckon that would be a like for like. It would be, even though he's a year younger than Curtis has probably played less first team football now with Carvalho playing an entire full season, whereas Jones is constantly in and out, hardly ever gets like 90 minutes as well. Like can you remember the last time Jones even finished the game whenever he started it? Because I can't.
Ooh, not off the top of my head. That might be down to injury as well, though. Jones has picked up his fair share of injuries this season as well. It's kind of gone under the radar. Not calling him injury prone before anyone jumps on my case, but he has had his fair share of injuries as well, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, and not even like, and weird ones like the eye injury. That's so unfortunate. Like that had him out for about 2-3 months, isn't it? That eye injury.
And as we know in the comments, is saying Carvalho's actually 2 years younger than Jones as well.
Oh, is it 2? Okay, I thought Carvalho was 19, coming up 20. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's one of them ones where I think it might be Ox and Jones, I think, that he'll replace, bro. Those are the two that I think he'll replace.
All right. I know I'm going to get called a Debbie Downer for saying this. I also want to say a disclaimer before I say this. I do not want this to happen. I definitely don't want this to happen. I repeat for the 3rd time. I would be devastated if this happens. For the 4th time, Liverpool, please don't do this. For the 5th time, I love the player I'm going to mention. I don't have an agenda and I don't want this to happen. I think I've made it as clear as I can now, yeah? Before I say this comment. I'm desperately worried Carvalho is potentially coming in to replace Sadio Mane. And let me explain why. Ox is going regardless. If you look at the players we...
I can hear you.
If you look at the players we've got in midfield, we've got Fabinho, we've got Henderson, we've got Elliott, we've got Jones, we've got Naby Keita. There's 5 there. Mane hasn't received a new contract yet. There has been zero talk about Mane getting a new contract. I know a lot of people say, he could come in and be a false 9 and do what Firmino does. I think Klopp's moving away from the false 9 personally. Even the way Mane plays, Mane doesn't play like a false 9. As we saw from the goal he got at Benfica, that is a striker's goal. Firmino rarely got goals like that when he played in the false 9. Mane is not a false 9. Just because you come deep sometimes to collect the ball doesn't make you a false 9. Benzema no longer plays as a false 9. He's an out-and-out striker now. Firmino still plays as a false 9. I don't think Carvalho is going to be the player to come in and play a false 9. I genuinely believe Klopp is moving away from that. The stuff that worries me with regards to Sadio, there's been no contract talk. I don't think we'll let Sadio go into the last year of his contract without renewing, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Plus, Carvalho can play that position. We've already signed Diaz, who can play that position. That would mean we have 2 players to cover that position. Jota, for me, will continue to be a striker. I think we'll rarely see him on that left-hand side now. I don't want it to happen. In an ideal world, Carvalho, for me, is Ox's replacement. But then if you're looking at that, are we lacking a little bit of experience in midfield? Because outside of Keita, Thiago, and Henderson, and Naby, you're looking at Elliott, Jones, and Carvalho. And that's considering we may not get another centre midfielder in the summer. I wanted to throw out there. Once again, I caveat it. Please, people, don't come for me. I don't want this to happen. It's something I'm worried about, though. Drift?
If it does happen, now it's been put in the atmosphere, people. You know who to engage.
And I just dash me under the bus, you know. Under the bus,
bro. All right, let me ask you this shit. And this isn't, you know already, this isn't what I want to happen. But I'm just like putting it back on you as we've gone there now.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. By the way.
would Firmino not be the one more likely to be looked at as a replacement because he's played centrally the entire time he's been at Liverpool? And again, I'm not saying that just because you said Mane, like, I'm just being real. They're in the same scenario. He's a year older than Mane, and he's the one people consider the most on the decline, or whatever you want to call it. Would he maybe not be more at risk of being moved on than Mane?
Potentially. I don't see Carvalho coming in and being a false nine at the age of 19 for Liverpool Football Club. I don't see it. We've tried other players playing the false nine. We tried Taki doing it. We tried to make Origi do the false nine. We've tried to make all these other players do false nine. And Firmino's the only one that does it. But at the same time, for me, Klopp's moving away from that now. Hence why Mane and Jota are kind of the first names on the team sheet for the centre forward position. Like, that's why I keep on thinking, is it Mane? I hope I'm wrong, but is it Mane? Because I don't think Carvalho is coming into play as a false nine. In my opinion, Carvalho would be well suited to the number 8 position. It worries me though that we're looking at a 19-year-old saying, yeah, he can play left wing for a couple of years, and then we can move him into centre midfield and get another winger one day. I don't know, but I'm worried. I'm worried about the Mane situation, the fact that nothing's been said, nothing's been done. I'm still worried about the Salah situation, that nothing's happened yet. For me, no, I don't think they'll renew. So I've kind of accepted that whether he leaves this summer or leaves on a free next year. But I think Firmino's kind of already been replaced by Jota. So,
and you know, I totally agree with you that it's worrying, 100%. I'm worried at the fact that the whole front three haven't had anything. I'm even more worried that there's not even rumblings about Bobby and Mane. You're right, that does worry me. The only thing is, I don't think it's either of them that would be at risk if Carvalho comes in, because I think if anything, he would be played in the 3-man midfield rather than the 3-man front three, especially as he's a lot more central for Fulham as well. Do you get what I mean? So I've got a feeling it is the likes of Jones, Naby, Oxen, those type of guys that maybe are more at risk. Or could this even be, and this is just me, Jesse, I know Liverpool don't really ever spend money for the sake of spending money. Could this be Liverpool just looking at a talent and thinking, we really want him, but at his age, he ain't even coming in to be a first-team player. We're just making sure no one else gets him. And now we might even loan him out or something, like we did with Elliot. I know he's a bit older than when we got Elliot, but you know what I mean? Like, you never know. We might be doing a Chelsea where we're like, let's just make sure we get him so no one else can get him. But because of how young he is and he's going to be signing a 5-year deal, we can afford 1 year where we loan him out somewhere, or he's a bench player and he just gets used to being at a higher level, or you know what I mean? Like, maybe we're kind of jumping the gun a bit to think that he's actually ready, as talented as he is, to literally just come in and be a part of a team trying to win the league. You never know, bro.
I hope you're right, Drift. I hope you're right. I don't think we'll loan him out. I think Klopp will definitely want to play him and keep him. But
keep him around the squad, yeah.
Yeah, but look, you're definitely not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I'm hoping Liverpool do extra business in the summer. We were kind of left a little disappointed last summer. We left elated in January. And again, look at the Diaz signing. I'll be honest, without the Diaz signing, I don't think we're sitting here right now competing for a quad, personally. I think that signing galvanized the squad and it's taken us to another level. So it's interesting. The next question I wanted to ask you, Drift. Rebuild. We've been speaking about a rebuild for ages. Liverpool fans have been talking about a rebuild. What's happening with the rebuild? I'm going to read you out a list of players, yeah? Kelleher, Konate, Gomez, Kostas Tsimikas, or Owen Beck, Elliot, Jones, Carvalho, Jota, Diaz. The 3 positions that I've not covered there are right back, defensive midfield, and right wing. Is the rebuild happening? We're just being oblivious to it. Because let's be honest, the age of Kelleher, very young for a goalkeeper. Konate, very young for a centre-back. Gomez, still young for a centre-back. Kostas Tsimikas, okay, again, pretty young for a left-back, but Owen Beck's also there as well. DM, we haven't really got anyone. You could argue Tyler Morton. I don't necessarily think he's the guy, though. Elliott and Jones, for me, have shown that they've got class. Carvalho, a new addition, has got class. Jota, striker, and Luis Diaz. I think the rebuild's happening / almost finished if we can get a couple more players through the door. And then again, look, Meeks, I'm not even going to downplay. If Nico comes back from loan and Klopp trusts him, that's Nico for right back as well.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to the members if you've seen when we chopped that up as well. Bro, I'll be real with you. Those names that you just reeled off, a lot of them are really young. I think the majority of who you said was under 23. I think Tsimikas, Diaz.
Sorry again to cut you drift. I didn't mention Trent. I know Trent's young. I know he is. But let's be honest, Trent's played a lot of football and he needs some competition as well. So that's why I haven't mentioned him. I think we all know Trent's age and what he does and what he brings. Yeah. Trent is the past, the present, and the future, as Revzik just said. So, yeah, that's why I didn't mention Trent. Go through, Drew. Sorry.
Yeah. I think other than Diaz and Tsimikas, everybody you named is under 23, right?
Apart from Gomez and Tsimikas, yes.
Oh, yeah, Gomez, yeah. And again, Gomez is 25.
Diaz is over 23. Diaz 25, I think.
Yeah. So Diaz 25, Gomez 25, Tsimikas 25, 26. And then everyone else is under 23, right? Who you name?
Yeah.
And 25 and 26 ain't even. Jota's 25, 26 as well. Yeah. But still, that's that crop of like guys of that similar age, like 25, 26. That's still right in the middle of your career, right? So you still got years ahead of you. So if you really think about it, we've got the absolute perfect blend of older heads who are just over 30 other than Milner. And then all of the medium crop in that 25 bracket, then all those kids that are like 22 and under. We've got the perfect blend of squad, bro, when you really think about it. Like we truly have, because the older heads will carry everyone through. That's where the two captains are in Virgil and obviously Hendo. Then you got a backup captain in Salah and Mane, because they both captain, or they are captains of their national team. I know Koulibaly for Senegal, but it's Mane if it's not him. Mo is captain of thingy. So that's more senior heads who've got that authority. Then you've got Robbo, who's 28, 29 now, but he's also captain. So that's another authoritative figure. And then Flacco, who's again around at the 28 mark, he's still an influential player. So it's like our older boys are also very influential as well. They're leaders. They're the ones who will guide the youngers. We got nobody in that older bracket who's kind of, obviously Milner, I didn't even need to name him. None of those older guys are the type of players where they still kind of need someone to tell them what to do. They're all leaders in their own right. So they will make sure that they're continually telling the younger guys, fix up, don't do that, be there. Matip ain't a leader, but he's definitely one of the maturer heads. I think he's proved now if he's playing with a partner who's not Van Dijk, he can help that guy out. Him and Ibu have played well together this season. I think we've got the perfect blend, bro. And I think you're right. I think the rebuild might be here. I think you're right. I think Klopp's been doing it under our nose and we didn't even realize. Like, I really do. Like, I genuinely believe that it took longer to happen, which is why we're annoyed about it. But I think it's been happening. I think you're right. And I definitely think the addition of Carvalho, Diaz and Konate all being 25 and under and being the last three signings that we made are definitely future-proof in the team, without a shadow of a doubt, especially that we waited 6 months for Konate, and we shouldn't have, because it cost us a league title.
I'm going to add some more names. And again, I'm not going to say that these players are all going to make it, but again, and this is more for people who watch the under-23s, under-18s, etc. Musiałowski, Balagizi, Cannonier, Pitaluga, Voltman, Ben Doak, who seems as though we're just signing him from Celtic, Conor Bradley, Leighton Clarkson, Stewart, Kai Gordon. That's the crop under the future. That's the future.
And of those guys, Cal, sorry to cut you, Kai Gordon could be good enough. He's done well when he's played. Yeah. Morton could be good enough. I think his strength that he needs to improve on. He's too weak. But he's a kid, mate. You know what I mean? He's a kid, innit? But, I mean, maybe good enough. maybe good enough. Musolowski's the one that we all want to see, but for some reason we just never have. It's really weird, isn't it, how he's never got any game time in the first team.
Well,
And you know,
he's been unlucky. So pre-season, he was with the pre-season boys, got injured. Then he got injured when we were going to play him in the Carabao, and then picked up another. No, then I think he got COVID or was ill. He just been unlucky not to play so far. But I think when you look at things like him doing stuff with the F2 freestyler guy, Lynch and Virgil and Robbo, for example, he must be highly thought because they're not just going to throw anyone into something like that.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely highly
thought. The fact
thought.
that Borussia Dortmund really wanted him. Like Dortmund, we know what Dortmund's record, their track record is. If they want you and you're a youngster, you're about something.
Yeah, and you know what they'll do, innit? They'll take him, make 100 mil off him in a couple of years, bro.
Hence
just
why
like they did with Haaland and Sancho and all the other boys.
I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't even be opposed to seeing Musolowski going on a 2-year loan to Dortmund if it meant him getting that first team football and seeing where he goes.
I agree. I mean, look at their track record, bro. Pulisic, Reina, Haaland, Sancho, Dembele, bro. Their track record of getting young players and making them stars, and they're selling. I know they haven't sold Reina yet, but I'm sure he'll go for 50 mil or something like that. Yeah, like Dortmund, innit? It's what they do, bro. It is literally what they do. They are literally the best youth development first team in the world, really.
Yeah.
I don't even think it would be hard pressed if Jones or Elliott got a year loan over there, if I'm being honest. I think it would massively help their development.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's looking good, bro. I can't lie. The future. I mean, even Connor Bradley, bro. He ain't put a foot wrong. He hasn't put a foot wrong when he's played, bro. I remember one game we brought Bradley on and then we put Nico at right wing. Like,
we look comfortable.
I mean, I know it was Preston, I think, but still, you know,
still did his thing. On that though, Drift, 3 positions that really stand out is that right back position, centre midfield, and right wing. So I'm going to spend 2 minutes on this before we bring the callers in. I know we've done the thing about Nico, but I'm going to assume Nico moves on and we have to replace him in the summer just for this segment. If I say pick a right back, pick a centre midfielder, and pick a right winger in the summer, give me 3 names. Give me 3 names. I genuinely look. As a person, I really like Nico, and I'll always hope he does the business. I just don't know if he'll do it at Liverpool. That's just my humble opinion.
Yeah, check out the members video, guys.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, I would go. Speaking of right backs, it was so good watching Kall-in actually play football and perform in the last few weeks, man. So I'm so happy for him, bro.
I missed that, brother.
He's still got it, you know. He's actually still got it, bro. Like, I can't lie. If only the world had been a different place and Kall-in had been the backup to Trent, man. We'd be good, bro. We would be so good,
bro.
Oh man, we'll be so good. I was watching them the other day, just an example. And like, because obviously Vieira's given him a new leash of life. I saw him the other day and I just thought, I know you must be like 30 now, but you still got it though. Like, you've actually still, like, and you've done well to get over those injuries. I thought those injuries had finished him. Like, I really did. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out to Kall-in there.
Big up Kall-in.
All right. I would get. I'm a little worried that Spence isn't actually good enough, Cal, you know.
Wow.
Not in terms of ability, just playing at that higher level. I'm a little worried, just playing at that higher level.
That's thrown me still.
Because it's just the pressure. It's not the talent, just the pressure. A lot of players buckle when they get that big move, you know what I mean?
Spencer's a baller still.
No, I think he's talented without a doubt. I'm still a little worried about his mentality. But he's young as well, though, so he can obviously adapt. And is it fair to say this is his breakout season as well? So he doesn't really have much experience, even at a lower level, really. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't be opposed to him. I'm going to take your advice that Aarons is only having a bad season because Norwich are having a bad season, and he would still be a very adequate player for us. I'm going to do a throwback to 80 months ago when he was proving that he was a very, very good player.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be opposed to him. But again, how's he going to adapt to Liverpool if he's not going to play, which is what I'd be worried about. Because let's be honest, he's not going to get much game time. So if he comes off of a poor season and then don't play much football, he might regress. So that would be something I'd be worried about with him as well.
Fair.
And then after that, bro, I'm not going to lie, it gets a little hazy. Because anybody else, I don't think they're coming to be a backup. And I think if there's one position in our team that you kind of know you probably won't play is right back. Because we've got the best in the world at right back. So I know we've got the rotation team, but you're probably only going to get 20% of the games if you're a right back, if you come in as a right back.
Mm.
Who do you think is of a high level that would be okay with that?
Probably no one of a high level, but you could build up something like that. Again, for me, Spence is before it was Ben Johnson. Like Ben Johnson was the one I wanted from West Ham. They triggered his contract renewal, so that's not going to happen. Again, shout out to people in the comments who are mentioning some names at right back. I'm not going to mention any of those names simply because I've not watched those guys play. But again, shout out to someone like Lakers, for example, who's told me about, I think it's players like Lamar and what was the other name? Christensen. For me, it'd be Spence though, Drift. And again, I know the argument will be, well, Nico's gone there and performed as well as Spence in the time he's been there. No disagreement there. But I think when you look at and you strip down Spence's attributes and how we play as a team, I think Spence is very much suited to Liverpool under Klopp. So
very skillful.
Not just
very
that,
skillful.
I think he's very aggressive defensively as well, but not stupid aggressive. And I think Klopp likes that, and I think that would work in our system. Very quick, strong, good eye for a pass. I think for me, Spence is the one. I'm seeing James Justin. Justin would be sick, but I don't see him coming to Liverpool.
Nah, and I feel like I feel like it would be I feel like it would be a risk as well, considering he has come off the injury. He seems okay, but we've already got a couple man who've had those type of injuries. We don't want our whole back line to have suffered from that kind of an injury. But yeah, again, Justin, I mean, before the injury.
Yeah. I mean, again, you know my theory on the injuries. I think if a player comes back, and I think nowadays medical and science and all that, I think players come back all right. And I don't think this would be different for him. James Justin is a player we should have got before Leicester got him, if we're going to get him, in my opinion. But the beauty of James Justin, pause, is that he also covers left back as well. So
I mean, if we're willing to give Leicester what they normally get for a player, which is a much higher inflated fee, we're not going to pay 40 mil for a backup right back, are we? Do you know what I mean? And they're not going to let him go for less than that. He's literally the future of their right back position. So that would be a struggle.
So, Sean says, I'm fully ready for Spence to miss a season due to injury now that guy wants it. I'm not going to lie. I'm in the mud with signings. Even big up Jamrock mentioned about Haaland. When Klopp's coming out and shutting down a player that I've wanted openly for 2 years, I'm going to stop speaking about players now. It's long. I'm actually damaging people's livelihoods right now. So it's like... I
tell you what though, Cal, I think this spins all the way around, not to do a spoiler for anyone who ain't watched the members video, but it spins all the way around to, let's just keep Nico, man. The boy's good enough, bro. The boy's good enough, man. Let's just keep Nico, bro.
I wouldn't.
The boy's good enough.
Let's move on to centre midfield though, Drift. Carvalho just come in. Elliott's there and Jones are there. 3 midfielders already who you'd say are more attack-minded than defensively minded. Kate is sort of an in-between because Kate is good defensively and attacking-wise. He's that sort of quote-unquote hybrid, as you would. Fabinho and Hendo, they are, in my opinion, more defensive-minded than attacking-minded. And Thiago, again, is that hybrid again. Who do you go for in midfield if it's one player? I think we're going to already agree on this, whether it happened. Well, in fact, no. I think we would have both said the same answer a week ago until you dropped a bombshell.
Yeah, so I've completely forgotten about him now, if I'm being honest, bro. I would probably go for, and again, with now that Nine Hag is going to Man United, it's going to be kind of difficult to stop him taking.
Gravenberch.
That's how many months I'm giving him before he starts showing the cracks. It's going to be hard to.
Bayern want Gravenberch. Bayern want Gravenberch.
Well, I was going to say all of the bad boys that are at Ajax, he's probably going to want to take with him as well. So now I'm thinking that we better hurry up and get on the anti-thing because he might try and take him with him. And, you know what I mean? Gravenberch is literally so obvious, bro. Man United do not have a good midfield and he already knows how to play his way. Like, that would, like 2 and 2 make 4. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so... unless we jump on it right now, or there's a chance he probably will go Man United. I mean, I know you're saying about Bayern Munich, but not to be stupid, I think if Hag wants him, he'd probably follow him knowing him. Maybe I'm being stupid, but...
No, I don't think it's stupid because of his age. He knows he's got time on his side. I think if he was in his mid-20s, I don't think he's going United right now to be part of a project. At 19, it's very feasible.
And he knows Pogba's going, so he's probably thinking, oh, so I'll be the guy then, innit? Like, I won't even have to worry about whether I'll play or not. Like, I'll definitely come in and I'll play. So it's probably got to be Tchouaméni now, isn't it? Then really, he's probably the best suited to the way we want to play with that defensive mindset and a ball playing DM, if that's what you want to call it, like Flacco is. I think we've proved we don't want destroyers only. We want ball playing destroyers. That's the way Klopp wants to play now, isn't it? So Tchouaméni fits perfectly into it, the same way Basuma did. The same way Gravenberch would. And to a degree how Henderson does, because Henderson isn't really a ball-playing one, but he is capable of those passes from deep. He's shown countless times that he's capable of playing those passes from deep. And that's what Klopp wants. Quick thinking, balls over the top, spraying it out wide and all that kind of stuff. Like his DM needs to be able to do that. So he doesn't really want your like Mascherano type, for example, who was so good at destroying. But passing was never his forte. Mascherano would always just win the ball and give it to a fellow midfielder who would then go and do the creativity. I don't think Klopp wants that type of winning, combative type of player now. The bush gets rolled, so we call it now, I guess. He's probably the one who redefined the holding man, innit, of like being a destroyer, but he can ball play at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of Tchouaméni only, bro, innit, really? That off the top of my head that I can think is of a not an elite level, but at high could take that. He's here and then Klopp takes him and then he goes here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Tchouaméni is probably the one. For me, again, if he changed his mind, it would be Basuma. Barella's a shout. Gravenberch, it looks like will go to Bayern Munich. Trying to think who else is out there. Obviously, Bellingham's kind of the dream everyone wants, but kind of knows everyone's not getting.
See, he's not defensive, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't see that happening. Unless Naby goes. But even
Naby's the only person in our team that Bellingham is like for like. So if Naby went, then maybe I could. And of the age bracket that you're talking about, bro, with this young revolution, you never know.
All right, and right wing now. And before you say a name, apparently his price tag is 70 to 80 million pounds.
Who, Anthony?
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh man. Surely we can just go in there and hustle that.
What, down to 60?
No, I'll be like, look, we'll give you 40 and Naby. Like, you're losing Gravenberch.
Naby ain't going Ajax, bruv.
Why not?
Oh, come on, Drew. If you know you ain't going Ajax, bruv.
What? Ajax are a good team, bro.
Bruv, no manager, and you're going to send Naby to Ajax.
No. I'm talking about whoever it is who takes over, innit?
God forbid Matt sees this, bruv. You're in trouble.
Sacrificial lamb and that. Boy, if that is official, then you've just broken my heart because we're not going to pay that much for a backup. So, here's the thing, bro. When you really deep the right wing, there's kind of a shortage of them. I got to be completely honest with you. There's quite a shortage of like, Because I know you like
gonna
DRB, right?
I'm gonna do a video on it, but there's actually not a shortage depending on what you want. So you've got a Kone, you've got Madiuke.
No, I mean the
Anthony.
higher level ones, bro. Like the higher level ones.
No, I hear that, but we can't really get the high level. We've got to get someone who's on the trajectory, innit? Because Salah's it.
Well, but Diaz ain't on the trajectory, brother, and we still made sure we got that happen.
No, I think Diaz is still on the trajectory. He's just further along in his development than one of the players we probably
Would you? I'd say he's established, to be honest.
I wouldn't say he's fully established yet.
You don't think so? Best player in Portugal for 2 years, best player for his national side. I think he's established, bro.
I don't know, because the Portugal league is not seen as one of the higher ones. The same Bruno Fernandes, I wouldn't say was established until he came to Man United.
Wouldn't Pedro? I would have said he was established when they got him.
I wouldn't have.
Oh,
we rated him, but I just wouldn't have said he was established like that. You've got Bowen, you've got Rafinha, you've got Shirky, Neto, Ikone.
Shirky's coming off the injury though, right?
Yeah, I know, but he wouldn't be a starter.
Neto's coming off the injury.
Yeah, you know my team with Neto.
No, I know. Nothing will make me happy.
Still the one. No, it's still the one. There's talk of Saka still as well. Again, I don't see Saka coming in.
No, please. I don't want Saka. I think he's good, but I don't want him now. A couple people are talking about your boy. You've been championing him for the longest time.
Another one. Again, the only thing that worries me a little bit with Gnabry, the injuries.
Oh, has he become a bit? I haven't really been paying attention. Has he become a bit injured?
Pick up his fair share. Plus, again, I know it's really greedy to say, but I do want a left-footed right winger because I just think it gives us more balance.
Sean, hit the nail on the head, man. Martinelli. Here's the thing, bro. Sorry to swerve, because I know you asked me about right wing. But I was daydreaming about, what type of player would be a good replacement for Origi the other day, right? And, there's this thing where if you play well against us, we buy you. I think this Nunes stuff ain't a joke, And Melissa Reddy actually said we've been scouting him for 6 months. I got a feeling we might go and get Darwin,
I doubt it.
Bro, he can hold up the ball. He's tall, but he's also skillful. He's got pace. He can head the ball well. His hold-up play is good. I'm not saying he's of like an elite level or anything, but we talk about those guys who are at this level and then Klopp takes them to this level. Bro, I can't lie, Darwin Núñez might actually be the naughtiest signing that we could make for the front line. I can't even lie, bro. I think it could be the one. I really do. I think he could do the new Bobby thing, bro, but be more clinical with it.
See, I don't think his overall game is as good as
it is, bro. Bro, it is, man. It is. His build-up play is good. His back to goal play is good. And I think you go to another level under Klopp. This is what I'm saying. I think he's ready to do the Mane and Mo thing where he's at this level and then Klopp takes him up to that level, bro. I can't lie, bro. I'd be well chuffed with
I don't think we're in for him at all. I don't think we're in for a striker.
Well, we've been scouting him for 6 months. Melissa Reddy is the Liverpool correspondent, so she wouldn't just say something like that without her knowing. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have been scouting him for 6 months. He played well against us. He scored past us. And he's a good player, Cal, man. I can't lie. I think he's ready to take the next level. I'm not even going to lie, bro. We could probably get him for like 40, 45.
I think we'd have to pay more than that. But now you've said that, we're probably going to sign him. So little spoiler for you guys. Drifty just let the car in the bag. I don't know.
But I'm telling you, man, I was just watching his link-up play. I was looking at the way he plays and stuff, and I was just thinking, this guy's could play for Liverpool written all over him. I genuinely believe, and he's got that humble arrogance. What I like where you're not a dick, but you're the shit. I like those type of players, bro. Do you know what I mean? Don't take it too far where they get selfish, but they know they're the shit. He's got that type of arrogance about him as well. I can't lie, bro. I think he'd be a wonderful addition to our front line. Type of money we'd have to pay is that Liverpool money. You know, that's the type of money we pay, under 50, basically. Let's just call it under 50, innit? So
yeah. Fair dues. At right wing, you know, I'm still gonna go for Neto, but again,
even with the new deal?
Yeah, bro. I'm hoping there's a release clause in there somewhere or something. Make sure that they get the 50 mil that Wolves want. So that's what I'm going for.
Another thing with the Nunes thing, so I've kind of noticed a little trend from the people I've paid attention to, where when you go to like the Portuguese league, the French league, the Dutch league, like those kind of just lower level leagues, the club are normally satisfied with just double their profit. So because they paid, I think it was 24 mil for Nunes, that's what makes me even more believe somewhere in the 40 bracket you get him. Because as long as they double their money on him, they're not a rich club, and I think they're just willing to accept. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles in those countries. So that even makes me think, as long as double what they paid, you know what I mean? So
I hear you. All right, we're gonna get the callers in now. Drift, you got the timer ready? Drift, you there?
You know what? My other device has been, so I was gonna swap them over, but now people are in the room. It's difficult to swap it at the moment. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to swap devices, but the people in the room's going to be full now, so it might be difficult. Let me see if I can get in the room, and then I'll swap them over.
Cool. All right. Shall I bring in the first caller then? Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can you still hear
me? No, I hear you.
Try.
I'm
going to see if I can bring in the device. Okay. What? Bringing in the call.
Yeah. I'll bring in the first caller. So, guys, gonna give you guys 2 minutes when we start the timer. Obviously, just doing that to try and keep the momentum going. So please don't take any offense to it if we let you go. But I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. I'll put the timer up on the screen as well when you got like 30 seconds left. So don't kill the messenger. Just bear with us. All right, I'm gonna bring in the first caller. Jamrock, can you hear us, bro?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, brother. How's life?
Life's been busy, but it's all good. What are your thoughts on that? Not Haaland conversation club. His personal views, actually, not even the club view. His personal views.
Yeah, heartbreaking for me on a personal level, but I understand it.
Got it. I do have a question.
Go for it, brother.
Now, we have been in the midst of a rebuild for a little while now. I still think we've been maybe 1 or 2 windows behind, which I've said on multiple occasions would require us moving on some of our more experienced players, which is why I didn't have a problem with Genie leaving last year. I just wanted another young, dynamic midfielder to come in and replace that. So if we're talking midfielders, 2 dynamic midfielders that you'd get right now, and it requires you moving on 2 veterans.
Ox and Naby, yeah?
Ox, Naby, whoever. Because, from being honest, if I, in a perfect world, if I could move Henderson on, I would.
Raw,
yeah, I would. But two reasonable dynamic midfielders.
I'm just trying to deal with that Henderson one still. You throw me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so if it was up to me, so are you give me a sort of maximum price, Jamrock, so I can stay 40 mil, yeah?
Yeah. And here's the thing with Henderson. It's not because he's not good enough and still can't play a part. It's really I'm looking at some of these talented players that are out there right now, young, and I want to do a rebuild, and it means I'm going to have to sacrifice some players, right? And some players that are playing a lot of minutes right now. Naby isn't. So think on that, and I'm out.
Bless you, bro.
All right, man.
Take it easy. Jiffy there?
Yeah, and I'm wondering why I heard the captain's name, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Jamrock hit me with a full RKO there. I'm not gonna lie.
And I like Jamrock, you know.
But you know what, brother? I'm gonna be real with you. Jamrock's not alone in his thoughts. And again, I don't think it's slander on Henderson. I think it's just some people see us wanting to go in a different direction. I don't think anyone thinks Henderson's a rubbish footballer by any sense of the imagination, but the sentiment that he's played loads of football, he's got a lot of minutes behind him. He's past 30 and all that. I think people are starting to put two and two together. I don't want to see Henderson go anywhere personally. I don't agree with Jamrock, but I see the logic in it. But I don't agree. But did you hear the question, though, Drift?
No, I didn't hear the question. What was the question, bro?
So, name 2 dynamic midfielders we would sign for around the £40 million mark max, who you would take at Liverpool. So, we both said Tchouaméni would be one, right?
Yeah, although I'm not sure Tchouaméni would come for under 40 mil, though, if I'm being honest.
I reckon it would be just under 40 mil plus add-ons.
Okay, fair enough. Gravenberch would probably be around the £45 million mark.
No, Gravenberch only got a year left, bro. Gravenberch is going for under 20.
Oh, is he down to his last year? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would probably mean he'd go for about 30 then, maybe, innit?
I reckon about 20.
Oh, you think that low?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Basuma is in his last year as well, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think Basuma would go for?
35 to 40 again. Basuma and Tchouaméni are my 2, just to put it out there.
Yeah. I'll go Gravenberch and Tchouaméni because I can't forgive Basuma for wanting to go to Arsenal. That's just, yeah.
I can.
Nah, bro. I don't. If you support, you're not going to hear the people who support Nottingham Forest say, yeah, I'm going to go Liverpool. Like, I mean, I want to go Nottingham Forest over Liverpool. It's like, well, you know. Oh, sorry, bro. I just changed the thing.
No, that's calm. That's calm.
No. Fix your background. Yeah.
Good job I weren't filming OnlyFans or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just strange to me, bro. I can't lie. Like, you know, when you get that, like, is ambition a liberty word to say? You know, it's just like, we want you and you're going to pick Arsenal.
I don't begrudge him, Drift.
I understand when you support a club, you want to go to the club you love, but don't you want to win some trophies before you put on the shirt you love?
Oh, well, Drift, I'm going to flip it then. If we were footballers and Arsenal were, unless we're Liverpool fans and we switch it around and you can pick Liverpool or Arsenal, what are you saying? You're going to go Arsenal? No,
but Arsenal, I won't win any trophies. If I come Liverpool,
I'm saying if you switch the clubs around.
Oh, if you switch the car, I'd never put an Arsenal shirt on, bro.
So what's Basuma doing wrong, bro?
He's not picking Liverpool, innit?
No, but I'm saying I think his mind could be changed. If Arsenal don't get top 4 this season,
maybe.
So those are 2 I'm gonna go for.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gravenberch and Tchouaméni just because I can't believe the man said he'd rather go and play for Arsenal than Liverpool. For shame. For shame. Oh man.
Man like Demo.
Listen. It's been a minute, bro.
It has, brother. It has. What's good, man?
I think the last time I was here, I had to be defending Taki. I had to be throwing out some numbers for you. You know, since then we've gone on to win a trophy off his back. You know, on the verge of a quad. You know what I mean? That's it. But I'm not here to talk about Taki. I just have one.
Even though you just did.
You saw what I did there.
Go
You
to,
saw
bro.
what I did there. But my question is, right? I remember leading up to the Manchester City game, when Jota just came, like he was on fire for us, and Firmino was kind of losing a bit of form, and Klopp just didn't want to drop him. I remember it quite clear. And we went into that game, and Klopp decided, listen, I'm gonna play all four because I'm not dropping Bobby. Now, for me going into this game, I'm going back to what we know, the front three of what we know: Salah, Mane, Bobby. But
Wow.
do you guys think that Klopp will go all four? Because I think Firmino plays well against Manchester City. He loves a goal against them. Obviously, remember him batting up John Stones for that chip at Anfield and whatever. So that's my question for you guys. Do you think Klopp will drop him because he's getting back in a bit of form, and he loves to play against Manchester City? Or I mean, going all four, is it too risky against Manchester City at this time? So that's my question.
Big up, brother.
Cool,
Big
man.
up
Big up as
yourself.
always, bro.
Take care,
Big up,
brother.
man. Peace. I've got the timer ready now as well, by the way, but I've managed to swap everything around. So yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna be real with you. You lot know I love Bobby, and I see the logic in starting him in this game because we're gonna want to keep the ball. But again, Bobby sometimes can be a little bit untrustworthy when it comes to maintaining possession, especially recently. I don't think Bobby will start this game. I think, Drifty, you're kind of right. At least for the next season or two, I think Bobby is going to be that impact player off the bench or player who plays in Carabao and FA Cup games. I don't think there's any way Klopp plays four or all four in this game. Plus, the reason I'd start Diaz, it's the unknown for Kyle Walker. I'm not saying Diaz can match Kyle Walker for pace, but if he gets past Walker, I don't know if Walker's catching up with him. And there's not many people I can say that about world football.
I totally get
That's
the
why
logic
I'd probably
behind
go
it.
Diaz. It's the unknown. Look, as good as Kyle Walker's recovery pace is, I actually don't think he's an amazing defender. I think he's an average defender. I think his pace gets him out of trouble a lot, which again is fair enough. That's his game. But I think Diaz gets past you, it's very unlikely you're going to get back at him.
I disagree that Walker's bad defensively. Yeah, I know we've been back and forward over that a few times.
I think he's suspect defensively. I wouldn't say he's bad. I think he's suspect.
Fair enough. I actually think he's a really underrated player just in general throughout his career. I don't really think he's ever been given his flowers. I would probably, I agree with you. I would probably go Mane down the middle, Diaz and Salah, and I'd love to have Jota and Firmino. I'm calling him Bobby off the bench now because he can impact games at the end. And I think if we need a goal, he can help. And even if we just need someone to hold the ball up because we're winning, maybe he would even be good because he'll drop in. So yeah, I'm gonna go Bobby and Jota on the bench to come on and be able to change the game. And I'm gonna go with Mane down the middle because he's scoring goals, man. He's scoring goals and his movement is brilliant. I don't think anybody is paying attention to his movement. Considering he's never really played centre forward that often, I actually think his movement is brilliant for a forward.
It is.
The only thing he needs to improve on is back to goal.
That's
the only. Well, that's why I would say back to goal because I feel like he's got to start realizing that even though you are the striker, that the point of that position in our system is to bring people into play, not to create something for yourself. That was what you did when you was wide. Other than that, I think he's been brilliant as a centre forward for us. So yeah, I'd go Mane down the middle. And then, like I said, if with half an hour to go, we really do need a goal, or with 20 minutes to go, we need a goal, Jota and Firmino can both come on and score a goal or change the game. If they're a little tired, Bobby can come on and start taking up pockets where the defenders go, we've been following Mane all game. Now this Bobby guy's just dropping into the half space. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? And cause some confusion and that.
Hopefully.
So yeah, that's what I would go with. And then you know what? God forbid Mo has another bad game. We can always put Mane right wing and bring one of the others on and put them down the middle. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I would go. Yeah.
Fair dues. All right, next caller. How's Neto Army? We're gonna have to change that name potentially, bro. But what we saying?
Nah, man. I ain't never changed this name, and I'm telling you right now, it's happening. It's happening. It doesn't matter what is happening. I'm on the press conference. I'm moving like Eddie Hearn. It's gonna happen, lad. It's gonna happen. It's coming to Liverpool.
What's going on, bro? You good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've been listening.
I'm gonna start your timer, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So you're a little quiet as well, bro. I can just about hear you.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
bit better now, yeah.
That's better. That's better.
Basically, I was listening to you guys in it this whole time, and I respect what you guys are saying about the rebuild and all of that. I have my different views on it. I think whoever the transfer people pick, I'm good with. Like, I don't care about names anymore. Shuameni, Bissouma, I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. And if the people upstairs believe that Mane is starting to move out of his prime and starting to become a player that is in that between where he will get you goals, but he won't do that much. And if they do say either we let Mane leave this summer or next summer, I'm not going to be angry at that, because this club have shown me numerous times that they will do what's necessary and what's in the best interest of the club. And is the best interest of the club signing Haaland? I don't think so, because the amount of money, like £300 million package, that's not good enough. Like that's just too much in my opinion. And for me, the midfielder that I would go for is Vitina. I think he can be molded into that Thiago mold. But yeah, just 3 questions: do we need to start looking at players? What's it called when it comes to players? What's that word? We don't need to look at the fancy name. It's just about the player that's gonna do the job. Second question is the squad right now. When it comes to a right winger, we can't go for Anthony because 90 million is just ridiculous. Who would be the right winger that you go for? And the last question is Mane or Firmino. If we do not give them a new contract, and this is just, and I know I'm asking this perfectly so that I can get an answer out of Drifty. This is just for, if Mane and Firmino are not given a contract, what do you do?
Oh shit! He finished the question.
You think I'm stupid? Kind of. I was gonna finish up that sentence.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chop those up now, brother.
No, we don't do that. You started the question, so you shall finish. We don't do that around there. Not when it's about Mane, bro.
We're winning tomorrow. We're winning tomorrow. We're winning on Sunday 3-1. The title's coming to Liverpool, man. Big up. Come on.
Big up as always, though, bro. Big up as always, man.
Big up, man. I'll be watching.
Big up, bro. Big up.
I'm gonna be real. Jamrock makes some, sorry, not Jamrock. Cal's not Army. So I just saw Jamrock's name in the comments. He makes some good points. We may not agree with certain things the club does, but when it comes to transfers, 9.5 times out of 10, they pretty much got it right. If we're gonna be honest.
Let me caveat that though.
The timing we might not agree with. The timing
caveat that. If we're going to go along the premise that we just have to entrust in these guys fully because they have pretty much done the business the entire time, can't nobody start spazzing out when Mo gets sold in the summer? It's as simple as that, people. And then where are we going to lie? Are we going to believe in the transfer committee when that happens? I don't think so.
I have no rebuttal. I have no rebuttal. What I will say, regarding the 3 questions, though, so the first one, do we just have to look at, I won't say no-name players, but players who fit the system rather than the quote-unquote Haalands, Mbappes, etc., who are the glamorous names?
Yeah. Mel's Army, he's bang on. He's bang on with that, Cal. He's bang on with that. We have to make sure the player can fit the system. To be honest, I know a lot of people are like, right, it's just getting conditioned. But, like, I do that when I look at players knowing that that is how we operate. I literally do it because there's no point in getting myself all excited about a certain type of player when I know that we won't go for that type of player. I think they've got the track record of showing that they know what they're doing with that regard to you coming in and being good for what we need in the system. So, yeah, I kind of do agree. I put 85% trust in the transfer committee. I do. I just hold that 15% because I know there's a mistake or two I've got a question. But we can't doubt it. I mean, I know I sound like a sport brat because I pretty much get what I want, which is beautiful. But
must be nice.
But I do believe we know what we're doing. I do. I think the transfer committee know what they're doing.
Right wing, you've said Anthony. I'm going to go Neto. If we don't get Neto, Diaby is the next name I'd want.
I'm going to need a minute to reevaluate because I'm still manifesting that Anthony, but that's hitting with a hammer blow, that money right there. That's a lot of money. And
I'm sure they'll find the money. I'm sure the club will find the money to make that happen for you, though, to be honest.
Yo, if we get Anthony, yeah, you know, what if we get a parade and Anthony?
It would be great. It'd be great.
Mad thing, bro. I'll be engaging, that's for sure.
My name Firmino. What are you saying?
Yeah, what was the question about those two again?
Basically, what would you do if they didn't give a new contract?
I'd be very annoyed.
Fair dues. Right. Bringing the next caller. 50 in the mud.
If they both go, Cal, I'm livid. I'm sorry, I'm livid if they both go.
I hear that. Man of the moment, Mr. Zabiri with the locks.
Yo, bless up, man. Bless up. What's going on?
Not too bad,
bro. It's good, man.
No, I'm good. I was checking out some things walking by in Brooklyn, man. Looking nice. It ain't a crime to look. I keep checking the temperature in England, man. And I just got this strong gut feeling that I think you guys need to move to Liverpool. Because I think Everton Sports Bar are gonna be dried up. I think people gonna be moving out their houses. There's a lot of people that don't really move because of the team they support. Like, you know, people in New York, they ain't going nowhere. They love the Knicks. They love Madison Square Garden. Now with the Brooklyn Nets, they ain't really leaving. But if them teams go belly up, I've seen people pack it up. So I might be looking at some real estate down there in Merseyside. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, yo, get me out of here, man. Nah, get me out of here. So that's what I'm thinking. You man should invest. I'm just saying. Studios that probably cost, a foot might just go for a little pinky toe. You know what I'm saying? So, be on the lookout. Because they're going down, son. They're going down. But yo, quick question. If there's a player in the squad that got your same playing style, who's that player? And name two things they better than you on, and name two things that you're better than that player on.
Ooh.
And the other question, it's not really football related, but if there was a time frame or an era that you've read about or saw on some fake TV stuff, and you had to go back there, what time frame would that be? And that's kind of all I got for you, man.
Sorry, say that second one again, please.
If there's a time frame or a period.
Like what time period, like what decade, like would you go back to the 70s or something like as an example?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it can go back as far as your knowledge expand, I guess. I don't know if you know what you man are into.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, but that's kind of all I got for you, man, today, man. I'm not really focused. Like the view. Yo, I'll tune in. I'll see you, man.
No, big up as always, bro. Big up, bro.
Do you know that first question is difficult, bro? I'm sorry, Drift, for throwing you under the bus here. What player you said? Because I gotta think about this one. This is tough.
Okay. Did you say in the current squad right now? Yeah, not past.
Who's similar to us, and that two things we are better than them at, and two things they're better than us at.
We don't even have any strikers at Liverpool.
Origi.
Yeah, but I'm nothing like Origi. He's spectacular.
I'd say Jota's a striker.
All right. Who am I like? Actually, no, do you know what? Kai Gordon. If I keep it a buck, Kai Gordon's got a very similar playing style to me. Very pacey. He's more. All right. So the two things he's got better than me, he's got more skill than me, and other than being more skillful than me, what else would I say he's got better than me? I say we're probably not better than me, maybe similar type movement, like game intelligence. The things I'll say I'm better than him at would just be body strength, because I was quite strong. I was a powerful runner, whereas I think he's just rapid. So like once I got going, I could barge you out the way. I don't necessarily think Kai Gordon could do that. And the other thing I'll say I've got in him is just height, really. Like I'm taller than him, so I'm probably better in the air than he is. So I'll probably say I'm better in the air than Kai Gordon, and I've got more strength than him, but he's got more skill than me, and I don't think he's got better movement than me. I say maybe that's even, maybe matched. But Kai Gordon, when I look at Kai Gordon, I do kind of see similarities with a 16, 17-year-old me, if I'm being honest. Like when he came on the scene, I did think, oh, this kid kind of reminds. I remember thinking I made some jokes about it one time when we were doing a watch along. So like, yeah, he does remind me a little bit of my younger self. So yeah.
Fair dues. I'm gonna go Tyler Morton for myself. I think Tyler's probably, I'd say, my athleticism and I'd say tackling as well better than Tyler Morton. I think he's got better passing and better reading of the game than me.
You've definitely got more strength than him.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure, bro. That kid needs to bulk up a bit, man. Flipping out.
He will do as he gets older, though.
And then
what time period are you saying?
But I just got to listen to what my mum and my dad tell me, innit, and just go back to the 70s, bruv. It seems like it was a hoot still. I can't lie, bruv. You know what I mean? Lovers Rock, Motown, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know about all the bell bottoms and the flares and all that, but
I could rock it still. I could rock it.
You know what I mean? And you know, if back in them days, man would be on a full George Jefferson, bruv, because them man they never did bald heads back then, bruv. So man would be rocking a full George Jefferson, bruv. I don't know about that either, but you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I'll go back to the 70s still. I'm not going to lie. The 70s look cool. Like, I'm not going to lie, you know already, bro. You know when you're just like an old soul because you're like me. I was listening to some Marvin Gaye and some Commodores before we went live, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's my thing, man.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you just got to, you know what I mean? It is the one. Actually, the Commodores might be the 80s, actually. And the Commodores might be the 80s, isn't it? But you know what I mean, anyway.
I'm guessing we can't do a decade that we grew up in, can we?
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed the 90s, you know.
Oh, actually, no. So Barry he never even said. So you can go back to whenever, actually.
Yeah, I missed the night. I wouldn't have minded being an adult in the 90s. I think being an adult in the 90s would have been quite good.
Fair dues.
But if I'm gonna pick a decade that, I mean, I was born.
Being a kid in the 90s was cool, though, bro.
I was sick being a kid in the 90s.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
I love the 90s. I mean, I was born in the 80s, but only literally just. I might cheat and say the 80s, you know. My brother constantly goes on about the 80s. I'd probably go to the 80s. I was born in 89, so
that's fair enough.
I'd go 80s, like the music and it was that transition and all that as well.
When Zabiri first said it, I thought about like, you know, like when you watch like Western movies and that, like in the 1800s and all that. And then I just thought like dysentery, syphilis, and all these mans like, like back in them days, you got a little minor cut doing like painting the fence, brother, and you was like, I'm gonna die, like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, man, them were dying of diarrhea and that back then, bro, because they didn't even know, bro. Just eat some banana. In fact, no, they wouldn't even know what bananas are. They couldn't even get bananas back then, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, bun all that, bro. Yeah.
All right, next caller.
So I was just thinking about when you watch those Western movies and someone gets shot and it's like, well, you're dead now, innit? Because
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
you're dead now, bro. You're even gonna get gangrene. Something's gonna happen, bro. You're done now, innit? Like
you're done.
You're done, bro. Even if you didn't die now, you're gonna die later.
Jamal, hashtag quadruple. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Not too
What's
bad,
going on, bro?
too bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet today, guys. I just wanna say, Carl, was you one of the guys who said, Chelsea?
Let me stop you. Are you bringing receipts out of me?
No, no receipts. No receipts.
I was about to cut your mic real quick. You didn't just see me on the keyboard like
no receipts, man. Yeah, I just want to say, Carl, did you say Chelsea was gonna battle Real Madrid? No, the reason why I say that is because, Carl, I'm scared of you right now, bro. Everything you said is the opposite. Can you please say we're not gonna win the quadruple? Because, bro, you have to come off that quadruple too, because it's scary now, guys. It's scary. But yeah, man, I just want to say, guys, I have an unpopular opinion. I don't think we're ever gonna get the out and out right back cover for Trent and a right winger cover for Salah.
Wow.
Because I've been watching, guys, we haven't been linked to any right backs. No right backs. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
No, it's true, bro. It's actually true.
Not even a sniff, man. Yeah, so, and Salah and all. I know we have been linked to Bowen and Rafinha, but I heard people say that if Salah leaves. So, yeah, man, I think we're never really going to get, because, guys, who is the two position in our team that gets the most leeway? Because Salah doesn't do plenty defending as Mane and Firmino, and Trent doesn't really defend as well because Henderson does his job. So the two guys who gets the most leeway in our system is the two guys who don't really have a backup, man. So I just think Klopp really like these twos, and when they're fit, they're gonna play. So yeah, man. And I just want to say, football heritage, man. I'm scared of Real Madrid. That's what I'm gonna say. Football heritage.
Fair dude,
I hear that, bro. Big up, man. Big up.
We don't even need
to chop it up. Jamal said it all, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm in the mud a little bit with my predictions, everything. I am. I'm not gonna lie.
Just but I'll back you on that one because I don't think there's anybody that thought Real Madrid, after how poor they were in the PSG round, that they would go and put a hurting on Chelsea like that. Now, I know, but timing is everything in football, Cal. And Chelsea are a bit all over the place. I think a month ago, if that game happens, they don't beat Chelsea. I think there needs to be a little bit of perspective put on it. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. The problem is everything I'm saying. Like I even say I want a right back and right wing cover, and again, it's very unlikely that could happen, innit? I wanted Haaland.
So please continue to say you want Bowen.
But here's the thing. This is why I'm quietly optimistic about us getting back up for Trent and for Salah. You look at the centre back position. I know it's slightly different because those players will come back from injury. But you'd have had to still sell to Konate that, yeah, you're going to get game time despite Matip, Virgil, and Gomez already being here. You are going to get game time. Konate didn't have to choose Liverpool, and he did. Kostas Tsimikas didn't have to choose Liverpool when he knew about Robbo. Carvalho didn't have to choose Liverpool when we've already got Elliott and Jones. Thiago, Keita, Henderson, Fabinho. Diaz didn't have to choose us when he knew we had Mane, Jota in that position as well. Jota didn't have to choose us when he knew we had Mane, Salah, and Firmino. I think the tide slowly changed, and I do think we will address those situations.
So. Yeah. Another thing as well, just quickly on what Jamal was saying about Real Madrid. Don't get me wrong, you can't ever doubt them out, like for real. Like you can't, like we just have to give them their dues. There's a reason they've got twice as many Champions Leagues as their closest rivals. It's because they are the shit.
Early days. A lot of corruption in the early days, but we move.
We move. What I will do though is I will put a little disclaimer out that say we got Real Madrid in the final. If for whatever reason Benzema couldn't play in the final, we smoked them. He is the X factor. And that's not to say they've got crap players. Vinicius is obviously a baller. Modric is still a G, and they've, you know what I mean? That they've got good players. Benzema is the X factor. If you're playing Real Madrid and Benzema's not playing, case in point, El Clasico the other day, they get smoked. He is the reason why Real Madrid can still do what they do. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think the team is poor in any shape or form, but no Benzema, and I think PSG knock him out. I think Chelsea would knock him out. And if we played them with no Benzema, I say we smoke them. So that's just a little, but he does play. So I'm not going to try and take anything away, but he's the one. The boy's gone to a new level. So shout out to anyone who thought when you're 30, you're done. Because the kid's 34 and he's been getting better for the last 3 years. So, you know what I mean?
Facts. Next caller, Jamie Phillips from Jamie Phillips Football Chat. Big up and congratulations on the success of the WrestleMania watch-alongs as well, bro.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Looks like my little rant last week has hit a nerve with some Chelsea fans, so they can cry me a river. I don't care. I've been hearing it everywhere now, and other YouTube channels, even Sky Sports are saying it. That Liverpool have the best squad in England, so they must have been watching last Friday, eh? So this weekend, I've got a thing for you. I wouldn't play Thiago against Manchester City because I don't think Thiago's good enough off the ball. And against Manchester City, their penetration through that midfield can really hurt us. And I'd play Keita instead for his legs in midfield off the ball, because Keita is our best midfielder off the ball at pressing the opposition. And I'd play him instead with Hendo and Fabinho. Right wingers you're on about. We all know Liverpool go get Dennis from Watford because it'll probably be about 20 million.
Never gonna. That's a possibility.
And everyone now, what have I been saying for 2 years, guys? We don't need these special players. We need players that fit into the system. Even Cow's Neto Army is even saying it now. So yeah, I was right for 2 years. That's nice to know. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I've got to get these out quick. Trent Alexander-Arnold is not just the best right back in the world. He's one of the best footballers in the world. Yeah. Time to start giving this man his due. You know, we go on about Reece James and all that. Reece James got smoked against Real Madrid. No one says a thing. Right back to Trent, it's all over the back page, the front pages. They find his ex-girlfriend. It's in the Daily Sport. It's everywhere. It goes mental. The man's, even Joe Cole said he's a better passer than David Beckham. I think people are starting to realise how good a footballer Trent Alexander-Arnold is. Virgil van Dijk. Now, Joe Matip has probably been a little bit better than Virgil van Dijk this season, but that is because everybody attacks Joel Matip and not Virgil van Dijk. They leave him alone, so you should. I saw it against Benfica in the week.
No, go on, finish, bro. Go on. You're spitting. Go on, finish.
I saw it against Benfica in the week. They run. They see Van Dijk in front of them. They stop and pass the ball backwards or sideways. They do not run at Van Dijk. And then people have got this thing against Van Dijk not tackling players. I don't get this, right? So people want Van Dijk to engage the forward instead of the forward engaging the centre-back. Because if he engages the forward, loses it, he's out of position. Defending isn't about tackling people. It's about defending your position. And no one does it better than Virgil van Dijk. So when people say, oh, look, he's running backwards away from the attacker. No, he's not. He's covering that position. No one ever gets past him. If he tackles him, he makes a mistake. And then people get into that space. Like Maldini used to say, if I've had to make a tackle in a game, I've done something wrong. Peace.
Big up, Jamie, as always. Legendary.
Big up.
Legendary. I'm not going to lie. Again, I'm not going to start an argument here. And if people want to disagree, I don't have a problem with it. Genuinely, don't lose sleep over it. You see, when we speak about top 10 footballers in world football, when we first had this discussion, I said Trent is in my top 10 and people laughed at me. Can you continue to laugh at me, please? Because Trent is easily in my top 10. Easily. Because without Trent in the Liverpool team, we ain't winning trophies. Like, it's as simple as that.
I've said he's got the most responsibility in our squad.
10, easily in the top 10. So I will say that. The Thiago thing now. Jamie, I hear where you're coming from. I think Thiago's off the ball work is massively underrated, though.
So do I.
But it's not just that. It's what he can do with the ball. We saw in the Arsenal game. That pass to Jota. I mean, what was the last game he played where he played it through and took out about 18 men? Right. And he's looking one way, but he switched it that way.
Was it Watford?
Oh, it's crazy.
I think it was the Watford game, yeah.
He's playing idle of the needle passes for fun. And when you're playing against a team like Man City, you ideally want to isolate some of their players. Like Cancelo, excellent on the ball and going forward. Defensively, Cancelo, suspect. People don't want to talk about it, but he's suspect. Walker, again, great athleticism. Defensively, I think he's suspect.
Tottenham showed Cancelo's defensively suspect. Yeah. They got out Cancelo in that game a lot.
John Stones, excellent on the ball, defensively, suspect. Laporte, excellent on the ball, defensively, can be inconsistent. If we can isolate players through Thiago's passing and them getting the ball early, it could really, really go a long way. Not saying Kate can't do it, but I just don't think he can do it with the regularity Thiago can. Plus, I think Thiago rises to the big occasion as well.
The only thing I will say about the Van Dijk thing, even though Jamie was spitting hard facts, is there's occasionally he's done it and he did need to engage. And the Inter Milan game is case in point. Yeah. Because
new merch out now, people. New merch out now.
You see this? This should say Lautaro.
Engage the Lautaro, yeah.
Because Van Dijk should have actually went and closed down that shot, and that shot wouldn't have gone in. We went through, so it didn't matter in the end. But there's one or two occasions where I think that Van Dijk gets too comfortable with backing off. But in general, 95% of the time, Jamie was spitting facts. He's making the striker overthink what he's about to do, which therefore will make the striker either make a mistake or allow him to dispossess the player in the end. So, you know, I mean, Jamie's right.
Fair dues. All right, gonna bring next caller. Man, like Wide John.
Yeah.
Oh God,
yeah, your boy. I ain't gonna take much of your time, but this is Hove. Shout out to Chelsea. I know Roman's broke right now. You know, need a new owner in that. But yeah.
All right, that's spot on still.
All right, bro, come on.
I'm talking about, yo, look, hey. Anytime I jump on a beat, man, I catch it. Alison Becker, been in my bag like Marge's corn, but I keep to myself. I'm a quiet stepper. Why?
What's going on?
Bars. Come on.
Hey, you lot don't know how happy I was when I saw that the other day. You know, I was like,
come on, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. But yeah, by the way, you ain't gonna cut me off this time because I got my questions ready. So
oh yeah, let me start the time. Go to you.
All right, so obviously going back to your subject matter when you were talking about the rebuild, I wanted to ask, do you think the rebuild, this current rebuild that's going on right now, is good enough to go on and charge on for the big honors, like, so we can continue this like hunt for the big honors? Like, I wanted to know, obviously, your thoughts on that. My other question was Sunday's game. Obviously, it's a big game. I think we're going to win. I have a feeling we're going to win. But where do you think this game can be won for us? Because I'm looking at John Stones and I'm licking my. If I'm the front three, I'm licking my lips because defensively, I think he's poor. So yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on that. And the last question is it's a fun one. So I have an R&B supergroup choice, 2 choices. So the first choice is, so mind you, it's an album. You have to live with an R&B album. You have to live for life. So you have 2 R&B supergroups to choose from, and the album is produced by Babyface.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
Cool. So the first supergroup is Joe, Donnell Jones, and Luther Vandross.
Okay.
Hold on,
big Luther or little Luther?
Yeah, big or skinny Luther.
Come on, man. Big Luther, man. Big Luther.
Cool.
That Luther isn't like
Big Luther, big
Come
Luther.
on.
All
Big
right.
Luther. Cool.
And the second one is Tank, Jaheim, and Marvin Gaye. And those are my questions today.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, big up you guys for obviously sharing my song in that. I fully appreciate it.
Come on,
beat
man.
the time.
Yeah, you beat it. But no, people, make sure you go and check. You know, if we can, we'll drop the link for your channel in the make sure you go and support, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Even the little freestyle you dropped the other day, it was cold, bro. It was cold, man. It was cold, man. You know what I mean? So whatever we can do, man. It's all about helping. You know what I mean? You've been supportive for all this time, bro. It ain't no thing, bro. You know what I mean? Like you're doing your thing, bro, and you're good. Like I told you the other day, bro. It's not. I'm not just gassing you up. I'm feeling it, bro. I'm feeling it. The music's good, man. So keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it. Hey, everyone, follow me, John the Second on Instagram as well. Forgot to tag
Links
that
in the chat as well.
So yeah. Stay
big up, man. We'll chop that up now, bro. Bless, man.
Big up,
bro. Big up. Yes. Well, got a Saint in the building. Big up yourself, bro.
The big bro. All right. Is the rebuild good enough, Drift?
Forgot to ask. Why, John? Let us know in it. Post or pre Klopp leaving? That's what I forgot to ask him when he was at the end of it. I forgot to ask because are we talking about beyond the 2 years after Klopp might go, or you know what I mean? So just quickly, bro, in the chat, just let us know which one you meant, bro. Post or pre Klopp leaving? Like which one are we talking about, bro? I would probably say we've got a couple of players in our team that maybe Klopp does get the best out of. So I'm not necessarily sure how good I think it is past him in that way. Okay, after Klopp leaves, Joe's saying, okay. I think we can continue to win things. Yeah, I do. I think Diaz has already proved how good he is without Klopp. He's just going to go to another level. And I think some of the other players like the Van Dijks and the Mo's of this world, I think they're at a level now where if Klopp left, they could still be good anyway. So if we get a shoe of many or one or two others in this summer, we're definitely ready for the future. I'd definitely say that we're ready for the future.
I agree. I think we'll be fine. I think that if we can sort out right back, centre midfield, and right wing, I think we're absolutely fine for the future. If I'm going to be honest, so I agree with that one. Against City, can I take this one first?
But I don't even want to talk about City. I'm shook, bro. I can't even lie, bro. I thought that you know me already, bro. I've been thinking about it for about 4 or 5 days strong since the Benfica game. I'm shook, bro. So go ahead.
I think we beat them by literally getting and isolating their defenders. I think if we have it so we're playing slow, methodical football in front of their midfield, I think we end up giving the ball away and then they keep possession. We may have to go back to playing heavy metal football in this game. And if we do that, I think we do it.
Pete, is that real? Because that's a blow still, man.
Hold me, Robbie. Hold me.
Hold daddy, little man. Hold daddy, little man.
Hold me up.
Nah, that's a blow, man. Because as I said, man, Bobby off the bench is a beautiful option if the game needs to be changed. I beg you, that ain't because he's injured, you know.
But you know what? Just like Daps says, big up Daps and big up Big Steve. If Bobby's not available, that's no excuse for us not winning the game, though.
Oh, yeah. No.
They've got no Diaz, for example. So, you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah. But you know what? The rest of the world can't say anything about injuries after they laughed at us last season.
Exactly.
And now they've all got their own injuries. And now all of a sudden injuries matter.
Yeah.
Bro, the irony of them talking about injuries now after the way they laughed at us. And let's be real. Every fan of any rival club laughed the hell out of us having those injuries. The excuses. When we had a decimated squad worse than I think the only team I've ever seen have as many injuries is maybe Leeds this year, who've had really, really bad injuries this year. Leicester, they really, really go through it. But I think what was the killer for us was it was all in the same position, which is what made it so like detrimental to the season. But everybody's always laughing at us and rare. Now look, Arsenal think they might not get top 4 because of injuries, and enough Arsenal fans are laughing at us about injuries. Like, no, injuries count, people. You know what I mean? Like, effectively, the time period of that player being injured is like he left the club. So, of course, injuries matter. Come on.
Well,
yeah, but I don't want to talk about that City game. I'm getting nervous, bro. I don't want to talk about our City game, bro.
I'm looking forward to it.
I don't even know if I want to watch it, bro. I'm going to throw up live or something, man. It feels like it's a Champions League final, bro. This feels like the biggest game we've ever played in the league under Klopp.
We'll be playing the Champions League final soon, though. Don't worry.
I hope so, bro.
And the third question now. All right. Babyface is producing that album. We've got a super group. Do you go with option 1, Joe, Donald Jones, and Big Luther? Or do you go with option 2, Tank, Jaheim, and Marvin Gaye?
Okay. Now, I feel like John's thrown Marvin Gaye in on the second one because that's the bit that's going to make it difficult to make the decision. Because Jaheim is my guy, but I'm not a Tank fan, if I'm being completely honest.
Tank's
I don't think he's bad or anything. I don't think he's crap or anything. I'm just not a Tank fan. I've never bought an album. Never really. I don't think I've even listened to a song of Tank's off my own back. Like, someone else has played it and I've listened, but I don't think I've ever listened to a Tank song. Actually, no. When he made the group with
TGT.
Yeah. That did it, but again, it wasn't him on his own.
See that album there? Fire.
So
fire.
But he threw Marvin Gaye in.
Yeah.
Who's effectively no. Luther's the best out of all of them lot, but Marvin's the second best out of all of them lot. So that was the
Joe's up there still.
Joe's
up there still.
Oh no, Joe can't talk to Luther or Marvin Gaye. Though.
All I'm saying is Joe was bicking it before it's fashionable.
Joe's cold, but he can't talk to Luther or Marvin Gaye, bro. Come on, he can't. Bro.
I'm not gonna lie, Joe's in a conversation, in my opinion.
But he's one of your favorites. This is like talking about Mane, isn't it?
But here it is. Yeah, I've seen Tank in. I went to the TGT concert. I took my missus to it, and I'm gonna be real with you. See when Tank sang in that, bruv, I looked at her. And she forgot I was there, bruv. And
but that brings into a whole nother thing, innit? Because obviously Tank is a ladies' man and he's good looking and all that. So that changes all of that, innit?
Bruv, in that moment, I looked at her and I said, I couldn't even hate on you if you went and said he's your man. Like, what can't he do? What can I like? He's better looking than me, he's in better physical shape, he sings, he's richer than me. What in that moment? I couldn't hate on her, bro. But bro, when I tell you, he can sing, bro.
I know. I'm just not a fan of his music.
Oh, he's deep still.
Same way, I think Christina Aguilera's got the best voice out of all the female singers in the world, but I don't like her music. But vocally, I think she's the best. So, I get it.
Are you talking about ever?
Maybe not ever.
Because Whitney's walked into the room still.
Maybe not ever, but what it is for me about Christina Aguilera
has walked into the room still.
Bro, when Christina Aguilera is live, they could be playing the record. She is flawless, bro.
Whitney, bruv.
Yeah, but
Mary J. Blige.
Again, it also comes down to preferences. It comes down to preference as well, innit? I prefer Aguilera's voice. Like, for me, her voice is better.
Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah's probably the GOAT of all GOATs in terms of like voice. But look, I get a lot of people look at me sideways when I say this, but go and deep Christina Aguilera's vocals.
She's a legend.
Her vocals are sensational. I forget she does pop music and all that, but listen to the vocal range. Like, I listen to her live. It's like they're playing the record. So, you know what I mean?
So Dark Drift, you said Susan Boyle was up there.
Hey.
She's kind of cold still. She can actually sing still.
Yeah, she's kind of cold still.
But yeah, I'm going for option 1. Option 1, Joe, even Donnell Jones is so underrated.
Yeah, I'm going option 1 as well. Yeah.
Donnell's my guy, you know. Even the other day, I was teaching Stevie about some of the tunes. And I was like, you need to up your levels in this music.
What?
I'm talking about going back, like this love and yearning and all them tunes. That I'm like, Steve, you need to get on these tunes, big man. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like John's gone straight into your zone with the R&B right there. Like he's jumped right into your zone.
Bro, even the missus, bro, before me and her got together, when we started speaking and that, she used to think I was playing slow jam to try and wheel her off her feet until we got together. She realized I was just playing them. I was like, this ain't about you. It's just coincidence you were in the car. Like, that's my thing, man. That is my thing all day. Right, let's get the next caller in. Big up to everyone in the chat and everyone waiting as well. Do smash the like button if you haven't already, people. Right, let's get the next caller in. Man, like John Moore. Can you hear us, brother? You're not too bad, John. Just a caveat. We're obviously showing the merch today, so there's no competition tonight, yeah?
I like the way of it.
Well, you know, and quickly as well, Jamie had a Flames top on as well. I forgot to say, Jamie's kit was Flames still. What's going on now, bro?
I like that one.
I'm not gonna lie, that kit's cold though, John. It's cold. It's archy, yeah. yeah. I'd have lost tonight still. I'd have lost tonight.
But no, Cal, you need to start putting respect on Nico's name.
Did you watch the members video then, yeah, John?
All I'm saying, you need to put respect on Nico's name.
Talk to him, bro. Talk to him.
Nico is. Have you seen the guy play?
He's been good since he's been at Fulham. He has.
He's been good.
He's been very good.
No, he's been outstanding.
He has. No, look, I can't diss Nico. Look, even before he left on loan, he was having a decent season with us as well.
Right, so why you want to sell?
Because just long term, John, I genuinely don't think he's the guy. I'd love to be proven wrong, and I don't even think he's rubbish. I think Nico is still going to have a good career. I don't know if he's that guy for us.
I get that, but Nico can play right back. He can also play further forward. He can play right wing.
He can play left back at a stretch as well. I get it. I do. And he's come through the academy. I get it. I do. Like, this is what I'm saying. If we kept him in the summer, I wouldn't be upset about it. I just do think, though, we can get other players.
Don't get me wrong. I think, when all said and done, I think he will be sold.
You do, yeah?
I think he will be sold. I think he's been put to Fulham for their Peru. He's been put on the market for a club to see what he can do. He's been put there just to higher value.
I agree. And the thing is, if we can get good money for Nico and we can replace him for the same money we sell him for or for slightly less, I think that's good business.
I don't need to replace him. We've still got Bradley. People are sleeping on Bradley.
No, so I'm not sleeping on Bradley, but I think it's a lot of pressure to put on him at this stage.
That guy is ready.
You reckon? Klopp, if I'm not mistaken, Klopp was speaking about him today, if I'm not mistaken as well, right?
He's had, word down, within the Northern Ireland camp, he is the highest rated player to come out of Northern Ireland in a long, long time.
Oh, that's fair. Again,
not even
I rate him.
Get bigged up like he's getting bigged up.
And I hear that.
What a fucking player.
All right, but here's the thing, though, John. This is what I'm going to hit you with, and I know it's a bit unfair to do this, but Champions League, I won't even say semi-final, Champions League round of 16 against Benfica, for example. So I'll ask you the question that you finish. Would you be comfortable with Conor Bradley playing?
You saying Trent out?
Yeah, and Gomez is unavailable or Gomez is playing centre back. Would you be confident with Conor Bradley playing? You would be. Fair enough. I don't think I would be, and that's the only problem I have because of where we're at in our level. If we were playing Europa, and that was our and our aim was to get top 4, Conor Bradley all day. I'm good for it. But where we are now, we're top 3 in the world.
The
I
hate
think
that's
it's
come
hard
out
for
of the
him.
guy. He's really, literally, people in Northern Ireland are saying he's the best player from Northern Ireland since Geordie Best.
Fair dude.
He's that talented. Plus, he can play in midfield. People think he's just a right back. No, he's played in the midfield. He was actually originally a midfielder.
Fair dues. Fair dues. All right. Well,
people are sleeping on him, I think.
But I probably am. Maybe I'm doing that thing where I'm looking at the shiny new toy as opposed to what we've got already.
I think, but we all do that. But we all look in the market and bringing the shiny new toy instead of looking at what we have.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm guilty of that. We've all done it before.
Yeah.
Well, but
well, gonna chop this up, John. As always, look, next week I'll be back in a top. We're gonna go to battle again. Yeah. I know. Bless you, brother. No, thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Take care.
Respect, man. Bye.
Do you know what? Everyone in the comments, let me know your thoughts on what John just said, because he makes some good points. Again, I said I wanted Spence, but you could argue since Nico's been in the championship, he's outperformed Spence in the championship. Conor Bradley, again, he could be someone who you look at and think, what is he, 18, 19? Trent's only 23. As we said, we're not going to get someone, it's going to be hard to get someone who only plays maybe 20% of the games. Could Conor Bradley be quietly making his way up? Klopp's spoken about him. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Drift, your thoughts on what John was saying.
Yeah, so I just ran to the toilet quickly. What was John saying, sir?
He was basically saying that he thinks Nico's the guy, but he reckons Nico will be sold and that we shouldn't sleep on Conor Bradley.
Nico is the guy. Big up John for that. He is good enough. Big up for that as well. Conor Bradley. What did he say about Bradley, sorry?
He said Bradley's highly touted. Klopp was speaking about him today. What my caveat to him was, if it was against Benfica and Trent weren't available, would you be confident in Conor Bradley playing? And he said he would be.
Oh, you drew. Yeah, that's the one I
didn't want to go. I didn't want to go for the semi-final against like a Bayern Munich, because I think that's unfair. Because even against Trent, I'm still going to be thinking, right, Trent's in for a tough day today.
Yeah,
but Benfica is a team where everyone expects us to win.
What I will say to maybe back John up a little bit in that is, I think Conor Bradley has been the best of the young bunch that have come through the academy, that have been given an opportunity in the first team. So if you look like Morton, Gordon, Bradley, you know, like the crop of guys who've come through, I think that he's probably the one who's probably performed the best of those guys.
Yeah.
He looks good, man. I like Bradley, man. He's performed well whenever he's played. I can't front. He has played well.
No, he has.
I still be very uncomfortable in like a quarterfinal of the Champions League and he's a right back. I gotta be honest. I would.
Yeah.
Same how I felt when Morton went to the San Siro. It's a bit nervy, innit? Like, flipping out. It's a bit much, innit?
I would be nervy. All right, let's get the next caller in. Chainsaw DH, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm doing well. I just want to keep this short. I want to say thank you to all three of you, Matt, Cal, Drifty, for this. This season's been spectacular so far, and I'm hoping for a quad at the end of it. I just want to address Drifty. I think he represents Liverpool fans that have an inferior complex, always bigging up City, saying that even if we beat City, that we won't win the league, and I think that needs to be addressed. And I want to say Salah shouldn't start against City, because I think Klopp needs to make a stand on Salah's performances and play Diaz, Mane in right wing, because remember, Mane used to be a right winger when he first joined us. So Mane can play that position, and then Diaz on left, and then Jota in the middle if Bobby's not playing. So I think that needs to change. And one more thing. Carragher tweeted that the Liverpool and City are the biggest rivalry in the Premier League, but everyone keeps saying, "Oh, Liverpool's only won one league title," and how could that be a rivalry between the two clubs? But my thing is, if you put context into it, 2 Champions League finals, Champions League win, 97 points, and only 1 loss in that season. And then if you topple the 99-point season as well, where we won it, and now looking at this season, potentially a quad, and we're the only ones that have challenged City, making sure they don't do 5 in a row, I think Klopp isn't respected enough from outside, the Liverpool fan base. And that's it. Big up to all 3 of you.
Big up to you.
Big up, man.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You see, when I saw some of the responses to the City-Liverpool rivalry, and people were like, "It's got to be United, Arsenal." Those seasons where United and Arsenal battled in, who was the third team in the equation that you thought, "Oh, they're a really good team"?
It was probably just when Chelsea came into it, but by then Arsenal was starting to decline.
All right, then. Look at this league. Look at the competitiveness and how difficult this league is. And Liverpool and Manchester City are making this league look amateurish. But yet, you see the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, and City going and badding up teams in Europe. Come on now, man. 98
Yeah, I mean,
to 97.
Nostalgia plays a part.
Before that, 99 points the season after that.
I forgot we got 99 points when we won the league.
That's what I'm bruv.
Fucking hell. We came 1 point from doing the Centurions, and we came 1 defeat, which was to City, away from going unbeaten for a whole season. I know the fine margins do make the difference to a degree, but that Arsenal Invincibles team, for example, it ain't much better than ours if you think about it. It's literally just that one team in there that beat us, and it was City. Like, we lost 1 game out of the 38. Like,
and with all due respect to the Arsenal Invincibles team, and I might get dragged for this, Man City beat that team. That Man City that season, they beat that team.
Yeah. They would have.
Look, that's not even. I don't think that's a disrespectful statement, but they beat that team. They do. So I don't get. Me personally, I don't get. Not starting Salah, I understand, and probably if it was any other player, I'd probably agree. Salah's X factor, though, isn't it?
No. We can't drop Salah for this game. I don't mind bringing him off after an hour if he's not playing well, but he starts the game, man.
But Chainsaw has got a point, because if we're looking to treat everyone the same, if anyone else had this run of form, we'd be saying, like, they shouldn't be starting this game. The only problem is, I don't think there's a natural replacement for the balance Salah gives us.
There isn't.
I think that's why Salah starts and has to start this game. But if we had someone else, then I would be saying I think Salah should. But I think Salah would have had a rest by now anyway, and then would probably be fresh for this game. So swings and roundabouts.
He's been subbed twice in the last 2 games, and he's had 4 days off this time. So hopefully he will be all right.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And just quickly, before we do some of the super chats, before we bring in the other guys, on the other thing, I mean, everyone's allowed their opinion, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not even angry at it for what he said about me bigging up City too much. But it's not an inferiority complex, because I don't feel inferior to City. I've said on many occasions, I think we're literally level with them in terms of everything, even management, whatever. I think we're level with them. What it is for me, though, is just worry. You know, like all scenarios where you just get worried about stuff. So I'm not worried about the City game because I think they're better than us. I'm just worried about the City game because the ramifications of a loss are detrimental to our season. Yeah. And I don't like worrying about what will happen if that happens. So I overthink it when it comes to Liverpool. I massively overthink. I overthink everything. So yeah, I don't feel inferior to City in any way. I'm just a pessimistic. And here's the thing as well. A lot of Liverpool fans may have been changed around in the last 3 or 4 years, but I still feel like I've got a lot of old wounds, Cal, you know? Like being a Liverpool fan through the 90s and the 2000s, there's a lot of old wounds, bruv. You know when they say like scar tissue, you get a thump in it and it starts bleeding quicker than it would if it was...
You're Nate Diaz, bro.
I'm Nate Diaz, bruv. A lot of scar tissue, bruv. Like a quick jab and all of a sudden I'm bleeding, bruv. Like, I you know what I mean? I lived a long life of upset, heartache.
I hear that.
You know what I mean? Like,
I tell you why it's different, though, Drift, because we lived that heartache and upset without this squad and without Jurgen Klopp.
No, I get that, but it is very difficult to forget those days when it comes to like
Oh, not for me.
You know what it is? Here's what I'll say.
When people mention Hodgson, I'm like, Hodgson? Who's Hodgson?
Like not even to do an analogy or anything, but I feel like it would be how I'd feel if I won the lottery, remembering when I didn't have all this money and just always being a bit like, well, what if it goes back to how it was, and not getting carried away with having the money now. Yeah. Like Liverpool being good now, I don't want to get carried away because I remember what it felt like. I don't want to go back. And there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of hurt, guys. Do you know how many times we went through it? Do you know how many bad moments we had? Even under Klopp. Klopp lost 4 finals before we finally got one. Like, it's a lot. It was a lot. So I'm just saying there's a lot of scar tissue. You know what I mean? And all you got to do is just jab man in the eyebrow and be like, bro, am I bleeding already? Flipping now, man. You know, so yeah.
I hear that. Right, guys, in case you didn't see it at the beginning of the show, I'm going to play a little advert for you guys. In that time, we're also going to bring in someone else, and then we're going to get through the super chats and bring in our next caller.
What's going on, everyone? Kop-ish family is proud to announce the merch store is officially open again. We're back, people, with the hoodies. We got the men's hoodies. We got the unisex hoodies. And we've got the mugs, brand new mugs, brand new t-shirts, and of course we had to give you lot the exclusive. You've been waiting for it. It's that engage the man. Come on now, you know we have to engage. So guys, the merch store is officially open now. Check out the new store.
Engaging.
Engaging. I'm never gonna lie, I really wish little man wasn't here because I really want to tell the people what we're engaging, but it's how you were born, little man.
Hey,
we'll sit you down one day and let you know all about it.
Alright, boy. Right, let's get.
Well gone, Matt. Well gone, bro.
I am blessed, man.
That was a surprise for me. I didn't even know you were jumping in, bro.
No. When I see you drop the ad, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna jump in while the ad plays. You know. Hey, we move.
TSF, thank you very much for your super chat. King Adrian, you just become a member. Thank you very much for becoming a member. If you haven't become a member, guys, click the link in the YouTube description to become one. Pimping Distress says, settling down to Friday night with Kopish and a beautiful piece of beef. Hashtag cow pause. Thank you for the content, guys. Big up to yourself, Pimping Distress. It must be feeling nice to eat that meat still, because it's been a little while for me. Pause. I got there early. I knew what was happening. Hard pause.
Rewind.
Watch Carvalho's Portugal under-21 debut attacking 8. When are they playing, or have they played?
Yeah, I think they might have already played.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that, actually, to be honest.
I agree that I think he's going to come in and play the Ox role. I do.
Ash says, report released on City makes a mockery of City's success and also the Premier League being compliant in rule breaking over 10 years of fiddling the books. They're a disgusting club. Give me morals over money any day.
Okay, so just talking on what Ash just said briefly, guys, if we get awarded the Premier League because they get it taken away, would you accept it?
Yes! Where am I signing?
Well, yeah. Why would we not accept it?
No, but would it not feel tainted to be given a title that you didn't feel like you won at the time?
If someone cheats, we're getting what's right for the ours. We want. It won't feel the same. Obviously, it's not going to feel the same. But the rules are: if you cheat in anything, it should go back to the people that didn't cheat. You play. You know what I mean? You gotta have ethics, bro.
I'm just saying. So in 13-14 and in 18-19,
one sec.
We would be given those titles. You lot would be all right with that, yeah?
Jeff, you're not seeing the vision. This is what I mean. You man don't see the vision. Check it, yeah? Check it. We didn't get to do a parade for 1920, right? If we get 13-14, 18-19, 19-20, and we win this league, we celebrate 4 Premier League trophies as well as the quad.
As soon as you said 4, I knew exactly where you was going with it. I knew exactly where you was going with it.
Get me another bus. We got 6 buses now, then, bro. Because we got to get the players who played in those seasons on one bus, the current squad, the women's team, the coaching staff, 1 bus for the trophies, and 1 bus for the YouTubers. 6 buses. I'm down. Talk to me. I'm down.
Man United would be given a title as well.
Man United, bro, will be ahead of them anyway, bro.
Yeah, it would go 23-21.
Yeah, bruv, do it. Give him 1, bruv. I don't care. Give him 1, bruv. It's even funnier if they get it because that means they got to give Ollie a medal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my days. Ollie will be a title-winning Man United manager. Oh, my days.
Even better, bruv. 6 buses, bruv. Remember, you heard it here first. 6 buses. Zabiri says, cow to Dark, cow to Callaloo with his Mane agenda. It's not, don't try it, Zabiri. It's not an agenda, bro.
Oh, shit. Mourinho came second, bruv. Man, you would get 2 titles.
Bruv, let him have it, bruv.
No, I'm not going to lie. Man, you getting 2 titles will be a bitch, bro, because we couldn't tell them they ain't won the title for 10 years anymore.
For real. We don't want Man U winning nothing.
We don't want Man U getting no titles, Cal.
Nothing.
I don't care.
But at the same time,
Matt, would you take 3? So we'd be, say we won, like, it would mean we won the league this year, right? So we'd get 4 titles and Man United would get 2, so it'll make it 23-22 in the title race. Would you take that, yeah?
Of course I would.
Okay. Yeah. Even though Man U would have won 2 titles under Ollie and Mourinho.
Yeah, because let's be real though. It's a bit, and that sounds a bit. It's a bit different for them though because we kind of deserved ours. We especially deserved it in the 18-19 season, in my opinion,
and 13-14. You could argue as well.
Yeah.
Well, effectively, you could say the Mourinho one is deserved if Man City are considered to be cheating because they were all right that year. It wasn't like the only year where you knew it was dead.
Well,
they were all right in that Mourinho.
They were the best of the rest, bro. There wasn't a title challenge.
If you're gonna cheat, just be prepared for the consequences, innit? So, but again, we have to wait and see what happens.
Bogdan says Diaz is replacing Sadio for
until I see some official stuff. Then,
you've frozen, you know, Matt.
He's gone.
Yeah, man's taking a samurai sword to the Wi-Fi box as we speak, bro.
What happened? Did I just?
Oh, you froze. No, you're back.
Okay.
Bogdan says Diaz is replacing Sadio. Carvalho is replacing Bobby.
I hope not.
We spoke about that as well. Wayne says, do you think Gerrard marvels at Trent's passing? Yes.
Of course he does.
100%.
No, but doesn't marvel mean you like admire it, like you wish you could do it? Isn't that what marvel means? No,
because you can still marvel at something. Like basically, I think
I need to know what the definition of marvel is.
I think Khabib marvels at John Jones and John Jones marvels at Khabib.
Yeah, but they both can do something the other can't do. That's what I mean.
No, but they're both spectacular athletes and both like different. Remember, if you can do the whole thing is one's a CM, one's a right back. Both have amazing passing. They both can marvel at one another, what they bring to the table.
Fair enough. Like I said, I just want to know the true definition of marvel, but yeah.
Diogo says, Cal, you forgot to mention Shay Ojo. I'm not gonna lie, I used to rate Ojo highly. I don't know what's
did I, bro.
I thought it was decent.
Still. Thing, man. Ash says Carvalho is also homegrown. If Nico, Phillips, and Milner move on in the summer, we actually only have 7 homegrown players. Looking at the current squad, so Carvalho would move it to the 8 required if needed. Obviously, if Ox goes, which is why, again, I want a homegrown keeper to replace Adrian as well. So
it's homegrown thing, man.
Ash says, can either of you explain how James and Rudiger actually feel Neville and Titus Bramble in a back four?
I told you, that Chelsea in a back 4 is not the one. And everybody was like, Jeff, you're being harsh. No, Rudiger's been spectacular. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy. And I told you, look, you put Lovren in a back 5 and Lovren would look world class.
No, he wouldn't.
No,
bro.
We played in the back 5 and Lovren didn't look world class, bro.
Like, listen. I didn't say that for you to start the slander. The point I'm making is Rudiger for 2 games has let in 8 goals in a back four. So I'm just saying, Wagwan, innit?
I don't think it's just him. I think it's
questions.
the unit.
I think
It's
Reece
the
James
unit.
could play in a back four, though. James is. I think James could play in a back
Rudiger
four.
can. It's just
But
that obviously.
I don't know about
Rudiger
that,
can
bro.
play in a but he does it for Germany. Let me
Yeah,
put
but
it
how
like
good
this.
have Germany been like for the last couple of years?
Let me put that. It's the simplest way to put it is, in my personal opinion, if Rudiger was to, let's just say for argument's sake, Rudiger played for Liverpool and he played in our system where he played high up the pitch, I think Rudiger will be fine. I think there'll be no
he'd be
issues.
an absolute liability. You know?
No, I don't think he would. You know,
a high line back four with the way he dives in, Matt.
He's
an
he's
absolute liability.
Let me learn. Yes, he's aggressive, but then you've also got the combination of, obviously, you've got the calm Matip and the calmer Virgil van Dijk. He's also very athletic, so he can cover ground very quickly. I'm not trying to say he's going to be the all conquering Rudiger, but what I am saying is, if you put him in our team, I think he does well.
I give it 6 months. 6 months before Robbo
or Van
Dijk punch him up.
He does better than Lovren. That's what I'm trying to say.
If Rudiger was in our team 6 months before either Robbo or Van Dijk punch him up.
Mr. Dare State Drift says Rasmus Christensen from Salzburg is Ajax educated. Again, another name a lot of people have mentioned. Can't say I've watched much of him, but
I haven't watched much of him either. I'll be honest.
Again, I hate to say it, if we're going to get a right back, I prefer the right back to be homegrown as well. Just throwing out there.
You mean like Nico already is, Cal?
He is. Chris said, clear out the deadwood in midfield. Go for Jude and Tchouaméni. Trent, Mo, Jude, right hand side would be fire. Jude investment would pay for itself with trophies.
I also want to throw Jude into the question we got asked about the two before, Cal. So I'll take Tchouaméni and Jude.
Okay.
I'll go Jude over Gravenberch.
We said 40 mil max though.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Yes. But let's say 100 and then I'll put better.
If it's 100 mil, bro, I'm grabbing Kante, bro. You know my like.
The Chelsea fans reckon his legs are gone. You know.
Yeah, they reckon a lot, bro. PR, they reckon they were going to win the league this season as well. And look how that's backfired. PR says Nico, Barella, and Gnabry for the 3 positions. Not bad.
That would be brilliant.
Nico is good enough. Every time he played for Liverpool this season, he was good. There's actually nothing bad to say about him. Give him time. I can see him being our Simi-Cass type of right back. I'll agree to disagree personally. I'll agree to disagree. That's not me slandering Nico before you guys come for me. I just agree to disagree.
I'm not saying nothing.
I know. Ash says, if Salah stays, then let's be real. Jota, Mane, Elliot, Carvalho, Taki, Gordon will cover the odd game Mo don't play. Mo missed less than 5% in 5 years. In terms of numbers, but let's be real. On the right, would you guys be happy with Mane, Elliot, Jota, Carvalho, Taki, or Gordon?
Mane, 100%. Here's the thing, Cal. This is what I was saying to you before, bro. I do believe there's a possibility that Mane could become the utility player that covers every single position. You know how that guy that literally like wherever you need a player, he's the one who's capable of filling in, but he doesn't 100% start in that position. But that's how he gets a lot of minutes, because throughout the season he will play in multiple positions. I think that will be Sadio next year. I'm being honest. I'm kind of bracing myself for us not buying a right winger for that reason. But I do believe that we could get a centre forward though, for it to be capable of Mane playing in those different positions. As I said to you before, bro, that's where the Darwin manifestation is coming in, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I don't think we do it.
It's been a while since we had a ponytail brother as well, bro. Might as well make it now, innit?
That's about Virgil, bro.
That's a bun, not a ponytail. That's a bun.
I'd say Virgil's got a ponytail still.
That's a bun, innit? I mean, yeah, fair enough. I'll call that a bun, not a ponytail, but fair enough. I guess
Pete
I'm just
says, check Salah's Insta. I don't know if I like it. I'll check that in a bit, Pete. Dinesh says, evening, gentlemen. Do you know a stat in 78 and 84? Liverpool we beat Benfica and went on to win the Champions League.
I do indeed, bro. I do
Come
indeed.
on!
Let's get past them first, though, guys. I know we're 3-1 up, but let's not get too complacent.
I got 4 on it. I got 4 on it. Math says, lads, I can see where it says to become a member or call in. Been rocking with you, man, for a minute. Respect the work rate. And see you in pool in May. I can't see where it says member or call in. It should on our YouTube homepage. It should have a button that says join, and that's where you can become a member.
And you know what, Maths? I'm not gonna lie. The support has been really appreciated as well. Big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself. And in the description, bro. Even the link to the members is in the description, bro. So go into the description.
Messi FC says, is it only me? I'm more excited because of Everton season than ours. Matt's Wi-Fi is like, keep streams out your mouth.
I like that. That's a good one.
Speaking of Will, he's been banned for 10 years apparently still.
What?
Yeah, banned for 10 years to attending the Oscars, I think.
He got his Oscar now, innit, man?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not really going to care.
He got one.
Ash says Bobby might be missing break the glass time to release D9 one more time. D9, you got one more moment in D9. That'd be a bold shout from Klopp still. Insomnia, Costas can't get no sleep. There's Champions League final, Pep's Barca or M&S Barca versus this Liverpool team.
Oh, fuck.
M&S Barca was a problem.
But I think the organization of the Pep Barca was harder to deal with, though. Do you get what I mean?
We'd have a better chance of being M&S Barca than Pep's Barca. Not saying we can't beat both, but we'd have a better chance of being M&S's Barca.
That's basically like asking me, do I want to be stabbed in the left hand or the right hand? It's gonna hurt just same, innit? Like, what difference does it make? Like,
facts. LFC Aaron says, like I said the other night, the only Premier League teams you can talk about these current Liverpool and Man City teams are United 08 and Chelsea 05. Invincibles, no. Agreed.
That Invincible team was good though.
No,
like I think they overhyped the achievement, but the team was quality. The actual team
was, but remember, 12 draws, and again, I'm not taking it, but 12 draws nowadays in the Premier League is disaster, bro.
Yeah, 12 draws is over the top. It is.
Like, what did they finish on? If they got 12 draws, it'd have been 26 wins. 26 times 3 is 75 in plus. It'd have been 78 plus 12.
90.
So
yeah, 90. They got 90 points.
When was the last time a team won? How many points did Man City get last season?
It was less than 90, I think.
Was it less than 90?
I think that's the first season it's been less than 90 for 3 or 4 years, though.
Let me double check. Just help the next super chat for me, please, Drift, while I double check.
Yeah. The Miz, big up yourself, bro. This is the best channel in the world. No, love for that, bro. Appreciate that, man. Big up. Repo.
Yeah, Man City got 86 points.
Yeah. I thought they did, yeah. Because last season was quite, but that was literally vid season. So that season was a bit mad, innit? Do you know what I mean?
But 90 points, ain't winning the league against that Chelsea team. They ain't winning the league, but we finished second with more points. Like,
I think so. Man City did the Centurion, and then after that, we did the 97, 98. The 96, 97. Then after that, we did the 99.
No, we didn't.
So remember, because they won it 2 years in a row. One was Centurion, and one was 77, and we got 76. 97, we got 96. Or was it 97, 98? Whatever.
Yeah, 97, 98. We got 97 one season, and 99 the following.
Yeah, so that means for 3 years in a row, it was over 90 just in the last 4 years. Like, and significantly over. We're talking about 98, 99, and 100. That was the 3 winning totals from those 3 years. So,
and again, all due respect to Arsenal, I don't think they go invincible in this current Premier League.
No, which is why the achievement will probably stand alone, and you got to give them their credit for it. It'll never be done again, in my opinion. I think there's always going to be one team that can do it
next season. Jamrock says 15 losses, 9 last season, and 25 draws since 18-19. It's the draws that have been killing us, even this season. That's why we're not above Man City. It's the draws. Mario says, I'll play Fab and Hendo in a double pivot and Firmino behind Mane, Salah, Diaz. Effort, just go for it, all out attack. Apparently, Bobby's not going to be available for the game.
Yeah, well, you missed training, guys. So,
yeah. Rahil says, lads, I really think you need to start using actual stats when judging players on player ratings and in general. Think you miss vital facts, i.e., who's had a better season, Naby or Hendo, for example. The reason, again, Rahil, I hear you. The reason why I think it's difficult to use stats though is because they're not playing the same amount of games and they're not playing the same opposition a lot of the time. So again, it's like people turn around and say, if I'm not mistaken, Taki's scored more goals than certain other players. But again, it's not me to shade Taki, but if you're looking at the teams he scored against, he got 2 against Norwich in the League Cup, Preston. No disrespect, their goals are goals, but it's different playing those teams to playing other teams. Hence why teams, even Ivan Toney, for example, broke the championship record for goals last season. But no one's going to compare his season to, say, Firmino, who got less goals than him in the league, because Firmino's playing a different role in a different team, in a different league. So that's why I think it's hard to use stats. When it comes to player ratings, I think you've kind of got to lean on the eye test. Personally,
stats can be very misleading.
But I hear what you're saying. I do get the sentiment.
Yeah, I think you've got to do a combination of them all, which is a fair argument. From next season, when we're starting from afresh, maybe we'll try and find different ways to evaluate how we do the criteria and stuff, so we can come to a more balanced opinion. So, that's how you evolve. Next season, we'll move on to that. Like when FIFA takes something out of the game and then they give you it back like 2 years later and act like it's new, innit? We'll add a little something next year, you know what I mean? Got to keep evolving.
Right, let's get our next caller in. Talking Barca.
Yo, big up. I'm watching from India. It's currently midnight right here. Yeah.
Oh, big up for that, man. Big up, man.
Yeah. The 2 questions I want to ask is like, the first one is like, how long do you think that Barcelona need to like rebuild to get back to the top? And do you think Xavi will reach the level of Klopp and Pep? And who is the one player that you will take? You would like to take from Barcelona? Those are the 2 questions I would like to ask.
Okay. So first question: will Xavi take Barca back? Sorry, how long for Barca to get back to the top? And will Xavi be in the same conversations as Klopp and Pep?
Yep.
And then the second question: what player would we take from Barca?
Yeah.
Perfect, bro. Is this your first time calling in?
Yes. It is.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Big up, man.
Hope to see you and hear from you again, man. Do you have your own channel as well, by the way, or is this?
Yes, I only have like 143 subscribers. I haven't started it yet.
Okay, well, guys, you know what to do. Talking Barca, is that the name of your channel? Yeah.
Yes, this is my channel on YouTube.
Well, guys, you know what to do in the comments. Go and subscribe to his channel. Let's get those numbers from 143 up to 300 tonight, if we can, people.
Definitely, man. Big up, though, bro. We'll chop that up now, man.
Indeed. Big up, bro. Thanks for the questions, man.
Big up everyone who has got Grizz to 10K as well, man. The Godfather.
Yes,
come on.
Big up Godfather Grizz. Congratulations to Grizz. All right. How long before Barca could potentially get back to the top, Drift?
Well, basically, I feel a little vindicated because people looked at me sideways when I said that Xavi would get Barca playing ball. They were like, come on, man. What he did in the Middle East, you can't really equate that to European football and rare. And I say, look, guys, this is mirroring what Guardiola did. He was in the youth system. He knew Wagwan. The heritage was there. I mean, obviously, Guardiola didn't go abroad the way Xavi did, but Xavi knew he had to because it's a bit different now. And he's come back. Look how quickly Barcelona are considered a more serious outfit. I'm not saying they're back yet. That's what we'll get onto the question. But look how quickly they're not a joke anymore. Let's be real, Cal. About 6-7 months ago, Barcelona were kind of like a laughing stock. Like they were like, do you know what I mean? Like people was actually like thinking, they're done out here. They're mudded. Look how quick even just him being around has given respect back to Barcelona and the way they play ball, bro. I said it, bro. But I can see ball. Like I knew the way he had his teams playing in the Middle East. I could tell. And he's already rubbing off on Barcelona in a short space of time, man.
I hold my hands up. I was one of those who said it's not a guarantee. He's turned it around very quickly.
Yeah,
to be in a conversation with Klopp and Pep, not to sit on the fence, I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, that's very difficult. That's very difficult.
I genuinely don't know. That's too tough.
He's a long way from that. He's a very long way away from that.
Yeah,
but I knew the way he wanted his philosophy and all that. I think Xavi is one of the new breed of managers that'll be coming through. So you've got Gerrard, Lampard, Oli was part of it. Then you got like Xavi, Simeone, Simone Inzaghi, Seedorf. Like, there's like a new crop of like that crop of players who've gone on to be managers. I think Xavi will be the best out of all that new crop. Like I've no doubt Xavi will be the best out of that crop.
Fair dues. I reckon it'll take Barca 3 years, providing they make the right signings. Fair dues.
Two for me. Yeah. I think by the time Klopp is ready to sign a new deal, Barcelona will be officially a big team again.
Fair dues. I think I can speak for Matt on who he'd get from Barca. Who would it be for you, Drift? If there was one player you could get from Barca.
Is it fantasy football or is it real life?
Yeah, fantasy.
Football? Fantasy football is Dembele with no injuries. Real life, Pedri.
Dembele for me. Dembele stays fit. Dembele is one of the best wingers in world football.
100%.
Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy one.
A fully fit, no injuries Dembele is being talked about above Mbappe. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. The kid is ridiculous. The injuries have ripped his career from under him. What a player.
Cal, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Welcome to the show, bro. Yes, we can
What's
hear you,
going on, bro?
I'm doing good. You guys okay?
Good, thanks,
yeah.
brother.
Blessed, man. Blessed. What you got for us today, bro?
I kind of want to talk about the Man City game because it's the most important game of the season, of course.
Go for it, man.
I feel like people are underestimating the Atletico game Man City just had, because that was quite a hard game for them, even because Atletico sat back the entire game and the energy Man City had to use was quite a lot. And I feel like the more you have to attack in a week, the more energy you use than anything. And like literally, Atletico didn't attack them once, and Man City was firing shots with like only one to come to their name. So I feel like on Sunday, I feel like they're going to miss some key chances. I don't think they're going to have their shooting boots on. And I feel like we're going to come away with a lucky win, like a cheeky 1-0 or something. And I think it's going to come down to Man City missing a vital chance. I just like the lack of striker, I feel like it's going to kill them, in my opinion. And the front three that I want to go with is Diaz, Jota, and Salah. Because I want us to go with a new front three that they haven't really gone against before. Because I feel like for a long time we've gone with the typical front three. And I feel like we haven't had much success at Etihad. And I feel like something new for them to think about that Pep hasn't been preparing for like the last 4 years against us might do us some justice. And that's all I really want to say about the Man City game. And to end things, since Matt came in, I thought I'd say something that might make Kyle and Jeff laugh, but might not like. Since I buy Football Manager every year, and without fail, the first thing I do is sell Naby. Since he's come to the club, every year without fail, when I play Football Manager, the first thing I do is I put him on the transfer list.
Just quickly, you see when you sell him, yeah? How much does he normally go for when you
sell him literally for anything.
No, but how much? Well, how much would you say is the average price you sold him for?
I usually accept like the average, like the first offer, and it's usually quite low when you transfer list the player sometimes.
And who did you normally sell him to?
It's usually like a Bundesliga club because they love to come back in for Naby. Maybe like the max I'd get is like 20 mil.
So you get about 20 mil. You put him on a transfer
That's
list.
the
Yeah?
max. That's the max.
Let me ask you this, yeah. Just a quick question. Don't you want to play Football Manager to win? Because in my
That weren't me. That weren't me. That weren't me.
You know, what I want to say is, yeah, mil every season. Don't you want to see how much my man's worth and sell him to a club where you can get more P's?
It's either that or I just won't play him. You might as well get a better chance elsewhere.
So basically, what you're trying to say is you got an agenda against Naby Keita. That's all it is. That's all it is. Man said he's thinking about selling him before the game even comes out. I don't know what to say, bruv. That's an agenda, isn't it? You better go and speak to Naby about that one, not me.
I just
you
don't
know what I mean?
Naby. He gets injured a lot in Football Manager as well.
Right.
I'm not like Klopp. I don't like to keep injury-prone players. Like one of my favorite players is Ox. I've liked Ox since 2010, which is when I first started playing Football Manager, and he was playing at Southampton. I'm not, but I usually sell Ox as well. Ox and Naby are the first to go because I want injury-prone players out of my club because I like to play with a small team in the game. So I got to get the injury ones out.
Just quickly. Do you sell Milner or do you keep him?
Milner doesn't get injured in the game. I usually keep him for a utility player.
You keep him, so you don't try to replace him.
Right?
You don't try to replace him.
I replace him with a youth player, and they might just share the games between them. But
And who's your backup right back? Do you keep Nico as well?
Trent doesn't get injured in the game. I'm like Klopp. I kind of just keep a right back, and I just throw anyone there that I got.
So basically, you just run man into the ground until they get until you need to change something.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to sell Naby, you sell Naby, bro. Yeah.
Realistic as hell. But
I've never played a season with Naby.
Well, that's absolutely good. I hope it all goes well for you, bro. I hope you win every trophy. Do you know what I mean? I hope you win every trophy. I'm trying to give you some advice, though. Don't transfer list him. You get more money for him when you sell him.
The thing with Naby, when he first came to the club, when the player first comes in the transfer window, you can't sell them straight away. It's quite hard. So when they first came, I put in the reserves.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
That is brutal.
Complaining about game time, but I couldn't get rid of him. So I put him in the reserves.
Damn, son.
My Naby agenda goes quite hard. But I'm just not a fan of him.
Boy, well, we'll let Matt sue on that while he dies in your arms tonight.
There's nothing really to stew on, you know.
Hide your IP
I don't
address,
think there's anything
bro.
to stew on.
Hide your IP address, bro.
I don't even understand there's anything to stew on. A man don't like Naby Keita and sells me Football Manager.
He was talking about City as well, which he made some good points on the City.
I didn't hear that bit, so I didn't hear that bit.
In real life, I'd rather Naby play with Ox though. So, and Ox is one of my favorite players, but I do agree Naby is better than Ox at this point. I'm just saying, when I play the game, I don't like either of them. I like them both gone. So
fair dues.
Fair play, bro.
We'll chop up the Man City stuff now, man. Big up as always, bro.
I don't know about the Man City stuff. You have to fill me in on that one.
Yeah, we get you get a little unrattled. Basically, he was saying that he feels that Jota and Diaz would probably be a lot better in the front three, just to be a little different, because Pep for the last 4 years has always known how to play against Bobby Mane and Mo, and maybe throwing in one or two of the others could give Man City it'll be harder for them to cope with, so to speak, because they're not used to it. That is a very true point, to be fair.
See, here's the thing. It's all right doing this whole, let's show them something that we've never seen before. But I think that you've also got to think about, you don't want to go too far away from what you're used to, because you're used to playing with what you have. So, something new for us, so to speak, this season has been Mane, Salah, and Diaz. Me personally, I don't know how far away you want to go from that, because if you start Jota, for me, to get the best out of Jota, you need to playing for the centre. The only problem is you're playing against a team that love possession. You can't have somebody giving away the ball very easy, which is something that he does tend to do. So, in my opinion, you got to think about this smart and tactically. If Bobby Firmino was fit, I would have went Bobby Firmino, Mane, and Salah. And then what you do, and then what you do for me is you bring on a Diaz and you bring on a Jota to change it up, because that added impetus off the bench is something mad. Whereas I kind of feel like Diaz maybe is the only one that I would start. Maybe I just don't know. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't start Jota. Like, we need to make sure that we can keep hold of the ball when we have it. And I think obviously Bobby Firmino is the best in that role, in it, as that false nine. So I wouldn't do that. Like, we just don't want to do that whole, let's give them something different to worry about, and then we can't even work it out ourselves. Like that time when
Turbo, Mane down the middle is different for them though. So I agree with you that Mane, Salah and Diaz is okay. It's one different.
I would do that.
Mane in a different position, so they're not used to dealing with him in that position.
I would
right?
do that though. See, Mane down the middle, if I'm being honest, he's actually done a very good like false nine, like impression or whatever you want to call it. He's done very well. He's settled in. So for me, it would either be.
I think he's a traditional striker. I don't think he's playing false nine. I think he's actually playing as a traditional striker, but he just knows how to come deeper.
No, I think he's doing false nine because, bro, he drops deep. He drops deep. Yeah. I was waiting for you to say the pause, innit? You know what I mean?
In my opinion, I think he's doing a hybrid of both. I think he's doing a hybrid of playing as a winger and a forward when he's there. I think he's literally merging the two positions and kind of making his own out of it.
Yeah, the only thing I would say regarding Sadio Mane playing in that role though on Sunday, I'm happy with everything that he does, other than we have to make sure his passing is on point, because I don't know how many like clear-cut chances we will get, and there could be an opportunity with a game where he receives the ball, beats his man, and you think that the weight of the pass has to be perfect for either Salah or Diaz. Like, I can see it already. Whereas I kind of felt with Bobby Firmino, if he does that, I know I'm kind of comfortable that the pass will be good enough. That's the only thing I'd say with Mane, is that his passing can be a little bit iffy, only sometimes. And I think in a big game like this, you just need him to be on his A game.
I know we got a couple callers to get through, but would you not say that Mane's becoming actually the best tapping merchant in our club, which is effectively what we've always wanted? Like, I'm noticing when he plays number 9, he's goal hanging. It's always been the thing we've been bothered about that nobody in our team does, and he's actually making sure that he's like there for the tapping. Because even that game against Benfica, Salah squares that, and Mane's got another tapping.
Yeah.
After Trent played that no-look pass, which was absolutely ridiculous.
Jota's still the tapping. For me, I think Jota's still the most predatory out of all of them. However, Mane's kind of trying to rise to that level, so to speak. Because I think Mane's more, like, in a weird way, like, Mane is more of a complete footballer than Jota. It's just that I think Jota...
Jota's got more tappings?
Yeah.
I don't know, More tappings? I don't know,
No, he gets on the end of stuff a bit more, because his sole thing is like, I'm getting a goal. Even if
I wouldn't call those tappings, Matt. They're like really good, beautiful headed finishes and stuff. They're not tapping.
Boys. Let's get back to the calls.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Mohammed LFC, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. What's up, man?
Not too
What's
bad.
going on, bro?
What's up, bro? Hey, so I have 2 questions. My 2 questions are: who's more likely to score early for first blood against City, Mane or Jota? And my second is, who do you think Klopp is more likely to start, knowing that Mane is fasting and he might not be at the level to be able to press? Our key to victory is Mane's pressing ability against City, and he could win penalties through the number 9 role. But I'm scared that he might not be at his optimum best whilst fasting. Like Jota has the aerial threat. Mane has the aerial threat as well, but Jota has the aerial threat. I know if Trent whips a ball in, Jota will score a header. Like any kind of crazy shit, Jota is most likely gonna score it. But with Mane, I'm kind of worried because he's gonna press, but he's not gonna be at his optimum level. I know Salah's not gonna be at his optimum level as well, and that's what I'm worried about. Is who do you think Klopp's going to start? Mane and Jota are both on very unreal form. They both have a lot of goals and assists in recent time. They're both on their A game, top form. Who do you think he's going to start? Because Mane is fasting, so he might not be at his optimum best, but he might get the first goal, the early goal. So who's more likely to get first blood?
All right, we'll chop that up.
Cool, man. We'll chop that up now, bro.
All
Good
right, for
question,
sure.
man. I like
Love
that.
love the show. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Awesome show. Love you guys. You guys do awesome work.
No, I appreciate that.
Thank you,
bro.
brother. Thank you, my brother.
Bless, man. Big up, bro.
Do you know what I'll say quickly? Jurgen Klopp, I think there might have been a quote even out this week. Like, he really respects like the Islamic community, and I don't think he would go raw because you're fasting. And I know the callers didn't even mean that, but I don't think Klopp would look at it and go, "I'm worried about you." I think he'll speak to the players, and obviously he kind of knows the players are always going to want to play. But I think he will just watch them in training, and I think he'll speak to them, and I think he'll be able to gauge it. In fact, furthermore, I'll probably say more so than speak to them, because he probably knows. Listen, them two are warriors. He'll look at training and go. He'll look at their levels of energy, and I think he'll be able to decipher whether he feels he should be starting one or if not two. That's how I think he will do it, because he trusts them wholeheartedly. Like when it comes to big games, he knows he can trust them too. They've won a Champions League and a Premier League. He knows he can trust them. Do you know what I mean? So when I feel like, there's a decision to be made, I think Klopp more likely than not should make the right one. And he knows Sunday is a massive game. He knows I think, in my opinion, that if Mane looks a bit off or whatever, or Salah and if Iker, like when they break fast, he'll have that in the back of his mind, maybe. But I think he'll look on the training pitch first before Moz. And he really respects them, man, there. So I think he'll give them ample opportunity to prove that they're fit enough to play, which I think they will be as well, by the way.
I think Mane starts the game, and I think Mane is more likely to get an early goal as well than anyone else.
Mane. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Yeah.
If you look at across the season, some of our biggest games, Mane got the opening goal against Chelsea. He got the opening goal against City at Anfield. So this season he has kind of come up with the big goal. Cal's right, like he's been the one to open the scoring in some of our biggest games this season. So that could Atletico Madrid. I remember in the group game he was the one who got the opening goal in that game. Just out of curiosity, which Muslim players are in the Man City squad? Because I'm trying to see if they'll have any fasting players in their squad.
Mahrez.
He doesn't start though, innit? That's what I think about. I don't think Mahrez will start this game. Is there anybody else other than Mahrez?
I think that's it.
Is he the only one? Yeah.
No.
I think he'll be on the bench. I reckon he's going to go Foden and Sterling in his starting and the false nine for De Bruyne. That's what I feel that Pep's going to do for this game. I was wondering if Gundogan was Muslim. Is Gundogan Muslim as well? Okay,
Gundogan. Yeah.
I don't know if he will start either, though.
I think Gundogan will start.
Oh, Sam Max is saying Mahrez doesn't fast, though. That's interesting.
Oh,
I think doesn't that completely defeat the purpose of?
I know.
Yeah, again, I don't want to judge it, but okay, so they may only have one player in Gundogan who will be fasting then. I don't think Gundogan will start. I think he'll be on the bench as well.
I think they'll go Rodri, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva in midfield, and I think they'll go Sterling, Foden, and De Bruyne up top.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, and actually, no, you're right. You're actually right. If they're gonna play the false nine of De Bruyne, you're right. Yeah, they will play Gundogan in midfield, won't they? Yeah, for real, they will.
The thing is, Man City have become accustomed to playing a false nine because they have no striker. They've actually converted Jesus into a winger, bro. It's actually kind of mad.
It's a weird one.
I still think he's their best number. I know he's not amazing, but I just still feel like with confidence he could be doing a lot better than what he's doing. But Pep don't see it like that. Pep just sees a hard-working, grafting player now. So they'll either play Foden or KDB as false nine. And my money right now is on KDB doing the false 19.
Foden will be on the left. They're going to play
Foden on the left.
Sterling on the right.
Sterling on the right. That's what I think they'll do.
Yeah, they're going to try and exploit it.
Their man will play with no striker. Well, they don't have one, really, but yeah.
All right, let's get our next caller in. Liverpool 12th man. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. How you doing,
man?
What's going on,
bro?
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey, Good, good. Hey, first
Liking
off,
the top as well. Sorry, liking the top as well, by the way.
Oh,
In it, hey, the O's, hey, that man
Hold on,
take
is that
me
long
back,
sleeve
bro.
as well? Is it long sleeve as well?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
That
lie.
makes it even better. I'm not gonna lie. That
Yeah.
makes
Man
it
said
even
long
better.
sleeve, exclusive.
You see how Cal noticed that straight away?
I like it. I like the kit knowledge. I just like it. Hey, first off, I'm honored to be on. Since my days of being with FIFA, I love to speak about my club, like actually publicly. So I'm glad to be on to be able to talk to you about Liverpool, my heart and joy.
No, big up, man. You've been on before though, bro, right?
No, it's my first time being
Nice,
on.
his first time, bro. Yeah.
I thought I remembered the name though. I'm sure I do remember the name,
You've
but
been in the chat before, though, right?
I'm in the chat, yeah.
In the chat, but not on
maybe
the
it's in the
chat.
chat
Not
then.
on the
Yeah,
screen.
maybe it's in the chat.
I contribute to you guys all the time because I love the content that you bring out and everything.
Bless you.
So
I appreciate that, bro.
It's good to hear, even from America. It's good to hear it that way. So you know.
Do you know what? We
Appreciate
actually really respect and love you guys over in America because we got a lot of support from you guys. So no, big up, man. We appreciate
Absolutely.
that, man.
Absolutely. I wanted to get into it by just talking about like the trust the process, basically, because I know I do. I know we splashed a lot of cash during the King Kenny era with lackluster results, and ever since Edwards came on, I think we've really turned the corner really with like fortifying what it is. And I think words matter. I hear people say, "Oh, we're going to replace this person," or "He's a replacement for that person." I always like to say, it's fortification. I mean, when you have we're an empire, you know, in football. And when you have a castle, you don't replace it. You fortify it to make it greater. And then, you know, there's
like
things
that.
we've done $40 million acquisitions, which are modest at most. And our third highest acquisition, which was Naby at 45 and Hota at 41 and then Fab at 39. Those are gems. You can't, I mean, people drop 60, 70, 80, even $100 million. Like Man City having $100 million for Grealish. That's crazy. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of times when I hear a lot of these people say this and that about like the acquisitions. It's interesting because I've been in football now in many capacities. I've done stuff with U.S. soccer. I've done stuff with representing players. You know, I even played in college, so I know that it's different when you come to knowing the other side of the business. And I just wanted to make sure that people started to really respect and understand those aspects of the game. But I asked my question. I have three questions. I don't have much time, but I have three questions. I asked Mark and Jamrock this: what are your three positions that you would target, and who would you target in those positions? I had my right wing, right back, and forward were my positions, and I had Rafinha, Ben Johnson, Sergio Dest if I can't get Ben Johnson, and Anthony as my picks. And my other question was, would you prefer the OG lineup going against Man City, or would you prefer a hybrid lineup going against Man City? And last question is, who scores our first goal?
Okay.
Good questions, man. Good questions, bro.
You got
Good
them
questions.
all down, Cal.
Yeah. First
Good
scorer,
questions.
which City lineup, the original or the hybrid, and which three positions would we address?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Cool,
I appreciate your show greatly, guys.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Man.
you
I
having me
appreciate
on.
it, bro. No, trust me, man.
Sure.
Big up,
Appreciate
big
it,
up,
man. Love,
man.
bro.
Bless you,
Look
man.
forward to seeing you again, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Bless
Big
you,
up, man.
Cool.
We'll chop that up
Bless
now,
you,
bro.
man.
Peace.
Take care, bro.
Great questions there.
Trust me.
Can I quickly go first on the three positions that I've again
go
made
for
no secret. Center midfield, right back, and right wing. Center midfield for me would be Tchouaméni. Right back would be Spence, and right wing Neto or Diaby.
Yeah, I'm going centre forward, right wing, centre midfield. Nico's playing at right back for me next season. I'm gonna go Tchouaméni in midfield because Basuma wants to go Arsenal, as you've said earlier. Bun him now. I'm going Anthony for the right winger. I don't care if Neto's army told me he's going to be 70, 80 million. We're going to do it. I'm manifesting. We're going to do it. We're going to pay. We're going to hustle as well. And, you know, if we got to do that Naby plus 40 mil, let's do it. And up front, I'm going Darwin Núñez. I'm manifesting that now as well.
You ain't selling my number 8, bro. Go true, Matt.
All right, thank you. About your 8, please. That's what you said. I was like, yo, hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I'm going right back, centre mid, and right wing. So right back, right now, I'll probably say like a Max Aarons or a Matty Cash, maybe. Centre mid, I know Gravenberch looks like he's going by, and so I'm gonna go Schumann. I think he's a bit more cost effective than Bellingham. I would like Bellingham, but I think Bellingham with the English tax will cost a lot more. And for the right wing, I'm going Rafinha. I know Rafinha will be very hard to get though, if we're just being realistic, because it's not even the price for me. It's about if Salah was to stay, does he have that mentality where you feel like you can go up against him and take games off him in terms of like game time? That's the thing. That's why I feel like you might have to go like to someone younger, like a lot younger in it, and that's where I feel like it could get techie. So I like what Anthony does. I think Anthony's a prospect, but I think Rafinha for me will be a bit more ready in it, especially being Prem proven. I think Anthony, don't get me wrong, good player and a good prospect, but for me, still a little bit to learn. I want to see him in the Prem. Well, not just see him in the Prem, but see him do a bit more, maybe in a harder league. But then I guess you take that gamble. So those would be my 3 picks.
Cool. And then first scorer for City, I'm going Mane. I genuinely think Mane is going to get the first goal.
Depends who plays, though. You see, here's the thing: if the usual suspects play, which I think it will be like 90% of usual suspects, so your Salah, your Mane, we don't know who the third player is. It could be Diaz, it could be Jota.
So just on that, who are you going for the third player? Just to answer Liverpool 12th man's question. Diaz for you, Drift. It's Diaz for me.
Probably Diaz, yeah. Probably Diaz.
I'm actually gonna go Mo to get the opening goal.
Nah,
I think Mo gets the game clinching goal.
Yeah, I see Mo scoring, but not the first goal.
I think Mo's gonna score 2. That's why I think he'll get the first.
Yes, Drifty, I saw your bad. All right.
But do you know what as well, though? Do you know what as well? When I see our midfielder, I will know how we're gonna do in the game. I need to see that midfield, you know. That midfield for me is more crucial than our attack, because our attack is, even though we got there's combinations that work better, our midfield is so pivotal. Like, it has to be a Thiago, Fabinho for me, and a Naby, or a Thiago, Fabinho, and a Hendo. Yeah. If I see anybody else like a James Milner, and this is not, I'm not disrespecting them, by the way. I'm just saying those 2 combinations I just said are the best combinations that we have currently. Even if you just want to say form, I don't want to see Milner starting. I don't want to see Curtis Jones starting. I don't want to see Harvey Elliott starting. I need to see either one of those 2 combinations I've just seen. If I don't see those one of them 2 combinations, it's going to be a long evening. I can't lie. Won't be impossible, but it'll be a long evening.
I agree.
Yeah, it's time for the big boys. You want to run with the big boys?
You want to run with the big boys?
Bro, if you don't,
you want to bamba? You want to play with the big boys?
Hello, guys.
FC.
What's happening, man?
What's going on, bro?
I have some couple questions. What do you guys think Guardiola being linked to managing Brazil? And my second question is, I think Mane should start as the striker, because Jota, whenever he plays, he don't get involved as much. So I don't know what you guys think about that. And then my last question is, Drifty, when I watch you on the Big Six show, you say that if somebody really push you, that you're gonna pick Guardiola over Klopp. If Klopp have the same money that Guardiola been having, I think Klopp will be like, he will be winning more trophies than Guardiola be winning.
Oh, we're gonna
chop we're gonna chop that up, definitely. This is news to me. This is news to me, boy.
That's not new. That's not anything new. I've said that on here.
And I think
Naby
like Keita should start versus City, man, because he already showed us why he should start. Him and
agreed.
if you choose any player that is closest to Thiago, is Naby. That is like the same levels you can see in the team is Naby kind. So Naby should be starting against City. Henderson should have been starting. So I don't know what you guys think.
Agreed, bro. Agreed.
Some good questions, though, bro. Some good questions, man. Is this your debut as well, bro?
Nah, this is my second time. But I've been watching you since it wasn't being called Kop-ish, so.
Oh, okay, so you're old school now. Big up for that,
Yeah,
man.
I was
Big
old
up,
school.
man. Yeah, no, big up for that, bro. Well, we'll chop that up now, man.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Nice
Big up, man. Big up.
Big up, bro. There's only one place to start, I think. And you want to know something?
Yeah.
I really need
Man
to
out-
hear.
yeah, man out here
I
walking
need
the
to
day.
hear and see, fam.
People in the chat have already confirmed. I've said that on here. This
No,
isn't
but you
new
said it
news.
on here, though, Drift.
On
This is
here.
old. You don't
Yeah,
say
I've said
fucking
if you
brother.
really pressed me into giving
away
you
from
something,
home. You went away from home.
I would ever so slightly
Bruh.
say that Guardiola is just a better manager than Klopp. I've said that. This isn't new information, guys. This isn't new information, and we're talking about barely anything in it. But you know, I've said that on there before.
So you think Pep is better than Klopp? That's what
But
you
here,
said.
I was asked another question. It was if he swapped them around, do you think Guardiola would have had more success in Liverpool, or do you think Klopp would have had more success with Man City? And I flipped it around and I said, look, if you want to put it like that, I actually think Klopp is a lot better at getting things out of players who aren't of a certain level. And I think Guardiola doesn't have the patience for a player who's a slightly lower level. So I believe that Guardiola would struggle with Liverpool more than Klopp would struggle with City. So I think that City would actually be better with Klopp and Liverpool would be worse with Guardiola. So there's different ways of looking at things. Do you get what I mean? But like, if you just want me to look at the two managers of who they are, I can't not have admiration for Guardiola. I know he's
not saying admiration,
but the guy is a sensational manager. Like,
of course he is. No. So here's the thing. I'm not. What you're saying. I'm joking. He's not. What you're saying is fine margins, obviously, because even I know Pep Guardiola is one of the best managers to ever grace the game. He's one of the greatest. There's no denying it. But you see, for me though, what you just said a minute ago,
hold my beating, innit?
I think it contradicts you, Drift.
Because what I was gonna say, what you just said a minute ago, yeah, is how I feel. So, all right, so Pep is all worldly at Man City. Jurgen Klopp is all worldly at Liverpool. Depends who you pick, right? But if you swap them, what's Pep doing with a team where he don't have that same amount of money? You don't have that money. Well, you got a Jurgen Klopp who Jurgen Klopp always goes on record. I don't like the money, but you've got it anyway. So therefore, you're gonna have the pick at your disposal who you want to play for you. In my personal opinion,
it's a theory, by the way, though, that I think Guardiola wouldn't be as good. So it would need to be proved before I would change my opinion.
I hear you. But what I'm gonna say is this, though. Me personally, I don't think Pep Guardiola can do what Jurgen Klopp is doing for Liverpool right now. However, I think there's more of a chance, and I say more of a chance because, as you said, it's a theory. There's more of a chance that Jurgen can do what Pep is doing. It might not be exactly the same, but he can closely replicate that. Yeah, and even to just winning trophies, not style of play, anything like that, just trophies. I don't know if Pep can do it at Liverpool. I really don't know.
I agree with that.
That's just me being honest, and that's why I feel like I
can't take away what he's done though. And that's why when people ask me that question, I try and be as fair as possible. It's not just the playing style and what they, what they're doing and stuff. It's also the career. Because we've got to be honest, when you're talking about players, you don't necessarily talk about trophies. In fact, I don't think you should talk about trophies. But if you're talking about managers, then I think trophies are very, very relevant to the conversation.
Can I ask you a question, Drift? To throw it back on you. Rudiger, in a back three, looks excellent. In a back two, you're not convinced, right?
No.
Could you not say the same about Pep then, in the sense of he's got the protection in the same way Rudiger's got two centre backs? He got the protection of having the most money in the league and being able to spend the most money. If you took that away from him, I'm not seeing any evidence from him to say that he could be in a team who haven't got the best players and turn it around. His first season at Man City, he won absolutely nothing and got rid of pretty much the nucleus of that team and was able to do it in one summer. Klopp had to do that over a course of about 3 or 4 years, and then we started winning things. Pep wouldn't be afforded that luxury at Liverpool. You remember the team Klopp had to take over at Liverpool. I genuinely don't think Pep does anything with that. The team Pep took over at Man City, if I'm not mistaken, finished second or third, they were in the top 4. They were a top 4 established team, and he didn't really improve them that season. When he bought 300 million pound worth of players, they did improve. Klopp's never had that luxury.
No, that is very true. That is very true. But I would also say that one thing I think that goes under the radar a lot when we're talking about the Guardiola situation with him having all the money, which he does. I'm not going to say he doesn't. Guardiola spends the money extremely wisely and very strategically. He doesn't go out and just buy 100 million pound players just because of who they are. He doesn't just go, well, who's the star ballers? Just go and get me that. He goes and gets people who we are like, oh, when he got Cancelo, when he got Diaz, when he got Gundogan, these are players we went, oh, he's gone for him. Okay. Like, nobody was like, oh, it's so obvious they were going to do that. They've got all that money. No one knew who the fuck the goalkeeper was. I'm going to be real. And if you did, you didn't know he was this good. Like, there are so many players in their squad that aren't obvious buys. So they've got the money. I get it. And that's how they get the player.
I just want to say one thing.
But they don't go for Rodri is another guy. Like, people knew he was good, but he wasn't like an obvious choice. It wasn't like, if you're trying to be the best team in the world, you go and buy Rodri.
Yeah.
Let me ask you both.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's get the callers in. Last thing, all I'm going to say is this, just quickly. You see what you just said there? That's so true. Very accurate in terms of like, obviously he'll identify the player. And you're right. You can't just splurge money and think you're just going to get results. That's so true. Your coaching has to be on point. But what happens if you have to stick with that player and next season you're stuck with him? You can't just go. You just can't get rid of him. This is the problem with Pep Guardiola. If you don't think you don't suit his system, he gets rid of you and he'll go and get someone better, or he'll try someone better, and he can do that until he perfects it. Jurgen Klopp can't do that. Jurgen Klopp's got to part with that player and basically find a way. You have to make it work. Can Pep Guardiola make it work? Because this is the thing. When you've got limited resources, you have to make it work. So you live and die by your sword. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a difference.
Fair enough, but he's only done that with Bravo, by the way. There's been very few players that he bought in and just dashed them away.
Man shipped all of them. What are you talking about?
Already there. No, I'm talking about he bought the player and he was rubbish and then got rid of them. He only did that with Bravo.
Bro, we done it to the whole defense.
No, but they were already there and old.
Yeah, but that's
they were old.
That's the point. He had the capabilities to gut the whole defense. Jurgen Klopp can't gut the whole defense.
No, I get that. By the way, he also got the highest points total in Bayern Munich's history, by the way.
Yeah, and he took over a team that.
No, that's not the point, Cal. They're 120-year history or whatever. No one's ever got as many points as he did. Then he come England and got more points than anybody's ever got in England.
Can I tell you the difference?
Sorry, really quickly, Matt. That's true, Drift. But at the same time, he also didn't win a Champions League at Bayern Munich.
Yeah, fair enough. He's only there for 3 years, though. I mean, it's not that big of a waste. Bayern Munich have only won it 6 times in their whole history, so.
The difference between
when you've got that squad and a squad who just won the Champions League and they're all at their peak pretty much, it kind of says a lot.
Remotivation is harder sometimes, guys.
The difference is, you see Jack Grealish right now. Let's say Jack Grealish don't really turn into the Jack Grealish that everyone kind of expects him to be. Pep will just go like, ban him. We'll just go and get a next man. If that's Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Klopp has to make that work.
Yeah, no, I get that. I understand that.
FSG will say, what, you think we're going to spend £100 million if you just think you can get rid of him? No, bro. You see that asset right there? You better make it work. That's the difference.
No,
I've never seen Pep strike it out. When Pep not like something, get rid of it. But that's not his fault, by the way. He just knows that he's got the backing. However, it will be maybe I'd have a slightly different take on him if he was like, no, this ain't really working. I've got to try something better. Like, let me see if I can get something out of this player. But he don't do that. He's got no patience. If you don't like what you're seeing, man's got that money to just go and splurge. Jurgen Klopp is like, let me see if I can go to the training ground and see if we can do something.
Of course, I know this. And again, some days I wake up and I feel like it is Klopp.
That's the difference.
Like I said, it's very fine margin.
Fine lines. And Pep
I'm not arguing against anyone who says Klopp.
Pep one of the greatest. I'm not even hating on, man.
Fair news. Let's get the next callers in.
No, we had another question, sorry, didn't we?
Oh, yes, we did. Mane over Jota. I think we've all said Mane over Jota.
Yeah, Mane, yeah.
Pep to Brazil. Do you think Pep
Never
does?
heard of it. I don't think he does.
I've never
Pep loves football too much. I
haven't heard that rumor, but with all due respect, even though I love the man, like outside of the rivalry, piss off, man. Go and be Brazil manager, innit?
Yeah, I don't think Pep's ready to stop being club manager yet.
Yeah.
But I think we could all agree in the
Facts.
Premier League, piss off, innit? Like, let's have an easier time at trying to win the league now, innit?
Yeah, I hear that. Right, next caller.
Can respect
Pete
man from a
out.
distance. And
Can you hear us, Pete?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Exactly, man. It's
Yeah,
a little doppelganger going on here, isn't it?
I know it feels weird seeing my face and then
Don't worry, bro.
Yeah, so
what's going on?
my first thing was before Bobby was injured, I'd wanted to start the original front three because I think when Jota comes on, like he can get a goal out of nowhere and his movement is so good. And then at the same time, after Mane's been making Walker just keep tracking him, I think Diaz's pace Walker wouldn't be able to keep up with him. And I think it'd just be a lot easier. But since Bobby's injured, I think I'd start Jota and keep Diaz on the bench. So then my questions were, for this game, who would you prefer to have? Either Hendo but plays as if he was, or for the rest of the season, either Hendo's the 19-20 Hendo or Mane is the 18-19 Mane. So which one would you prefer? And then the last question I have is, if Barcelona gets Haaland and Real Madrid gets Mbappe, is La Liga officially back? Is it then the place for all the superstars to go again?
Okay.
Great questions, bro. Great questions.
We'll chop that up now, bro. Big up as
Okay.
always, bro.
Big up, bro.
Yeah. See you guys.
Big up, man. Big
Okay,
up, big
bro.
up.
Can I take the first question?
Go to
Yeah.
18-19 Mane still like, you see that brother there? He was a problem.
18-19 Mane is one of the best players.
I
to ever
saw
play
him
for
do
Liverpool.
some horrible stuff to the lenses.
Do you know how many winning goals he got and how many first goals he got?
Horrible.
Disgusting. He's actually better than Mo in that season.
He was ridiculous. 18-19. Yeah,
He was better than Mo for 18, 19, and 19-20, in my opinion.
Oh, not 19-20, not 19.
Nah, 19-20, I agree as well.
You think 19-20?
But
This season we won the league.
Yeah, Mane was our best player that season, bro.
You think?
I think it. Yeah. Just.
Do you know why I feel a little bit bad for Mane? Here's why. 18-19, in my opinion, as sick as he was, I think that's Van Dijk season.
No, it is. Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. 19-20, I think it's a debate on who you think the best player. I don't think it's clear that Mane. I don't think it's clear that it's Mane.
I had Virgil.
In my
I
opinion,
had Virgil as my best
because I
player.
remember Cal had Virgil, and I think I might have even had. I think I might have even had Virgil, you know. But anyway, as great as he's been, it's kind of mad that how it's not clear cut, and it's kind of mad still because when I think of 18-19 Mane, I know I will think it's like Van Dijk that season there, yeah, that season that I'll probably never ever see from centre back ever again. Mane was on some different stuff, and I remember people kept on saying, "No, Salah's been better," you know. And I was like, "Nah, bro, Mane's actually that season." I'm gonna say this exact phrase. Quote me on this, people. 18-19, Mane was clear of Salah, like clear. There's no, in my opinion, no. Do you want to know why? It's not even about the amount of goals you score, yeah. It's about how important were the goals. When did you score the goals, bro? Do you know how many games Mane even scored in a row? Do you know how many games Mane opened the scoring? We're talking the amount of time, the winning goals, bro. Mane was absolutely unplayable to the point where I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, fam. This is going down in history. It was him and Virgil were just mashing up the thing. Don't get me wrong, Salah was still sick. I'm not discrediting Salah because I know.
No one's doing that. Salah was sick that season.
I know because I said the word clear. All the Salah fanboys are gonna come at me now.
You put your head on the chopping board there.
Airplane mode tonight, innit, guys? It's airplane mode tonight. But but it's more about not discrediting Salah. It's more about praising Mane. And I kind of feel like, as great as Salah has been throughout his whole Liverpool career, I do think there are times when we kind of like, we just forget how sick this guy has been. Like, it's mad. Like, No,
I
some
don't.
people do. No, some people
Oh no,
do.
yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah, I
because
know that.
Salah
I
stands
don't.
in it, and I'm not trying to do it. I'm not trying to think, but there are people that stand certain players in it. It's like, no, you got to give a certain man his flowers because he's been doing amazing stuff as well. So, but no, man, flipping Mane that season, I can't even lie. Like I could, bro, he was just sensational, bro.
Him, Mo and Aubameyang shared the golden boot, but he was the only one who never took penalties.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to bring that up, because again, the fanboys will come up with you, bro.
Aubameyang took penalties for Arsenal as well. So I'm saying he was the only one of that three that didn't take penalties.
But to caveat that, Salah also got way more. I think Mane only got 1 assist that whole season. Salah, I think, got double figures.
No, but let's not do that. Do you know why?
No, I'm just saying that's how people can caveat the penalty thing. I still think Mane was the better player that season. I still do.
Mane was so clutch in that season. I'm not gonna lie. You see that Mane right there?
League as well. That Champions League run was Mane as well. Bayern Munich away. Even though Salah did start one of the goals as well.
Oh, bro, that Bayern Munich, that Sadio goal against Bayern Munich is one of the best goals I've ever seen, bro.
See, I don't want to be bad man to people, yeah. I'm not even gonna read out the people's names, but when I see things like Salah was always better than Mane, it's like,
nah, it's crazy.
That's kind of mad. Just let people have their bias in it. I don't argue with it anymore.
That's kind of mad still. That's kind of mad still. 18-19 Mane for me, from an attacking point of view, nobody was touching him. Nobody.
And by the way,
nobody could talk to Sadio then.
Anyone who plays the game knows that tap-ins are not easier than penalties to score.
I know, bro. It's mad, isn't it?
Penalties, you have time to set yourself, pick a corner, and it's only you.
Man actually done a pivot and a pirouette on Neuer. You know?
I'm just saying tap-ins in general. You have.
Can we just do that for 1 second? You see it?
Crazy.
Man spun on a penny, yeah, bruv. Even thinking about that goal now, the ball from Virgil, and what's so mad is when Virgil played that pass here, Virgil already knew it was a goal because he already knew. Remember when I think there was an interview where he's like, I already knew Sadio Mane scored. He calls him Sadio Mane as well, you know.
Different. Do you remember when Mane got kicked in the face to score the winner against Villa?
Yeah,
in stoppage time.
Him and Robbo, because Robbo scored the first goal, and then Robbo set him up for the actual goal itself. But they different, bro.
Yeah.
Second question: if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid and Haaland goes to Barca, is the La Liga the destination league for top players going forward?
No, I would still believe. I will still believe the Premier League is the best place to be, but that will be La Liga's way of resetting and trying to go again to like bring back up their viewers, bring back up their kind of like, especially Benzema continues to play well as well because he's bringing eyes to La Liga. So it'll be a way for them to start climbing their way back, definitely.
Yeah, they will be fully there, but
Messi Ronaldo part 2, right? Messi Ronaldo part 2.
Yeah, they'll try to do that from an advertising point of view. They'll try.
There's a slight part of me that's starting to look at the injuries building up a bit with Haaland and stuff, and just thinking, I'm still not fully 100% sold that he can live up to the Ronaldo hype of like being the new Ronaldo. There's still a little part of me a bit unsure about that. I mean, he probably proved me wrong, but he's getting injured quite a lot. His injury record is kind of getting up there, and I'm thinking, like
Mbappe don't get injured though. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, Mbappe's fine. Mbappe's fine, but the Haaland one, I still think there's a tiny bit of a question mark whether he can do Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a little bit of a question mark over that still, but
yeah. All right. Sammy, can you hear us? I'm going to eat humble pie. I know I am. Sammy?
Yeah.
What's happening, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
what's going on, bro?
Yeah. All right. I did cool. Everything good?
Yeah.
Everything blessed,
yeah,
brother.
Yeah. Stamford Bridge, bro. You ran riot, bro. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah. It's ain't over yet. I waited until we finish the deal next week now.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Cautious.
Yeah. What I wanted to ask now, like, how we on this run here? If we get through and, like we say we get through City, I don't think it will happen, but if we get through City and probably Liverpool or Bayern in the final, if that go be the hardest Champions League run in history now, like from around that 16 to the final, it will be PSG, Chelsea, City, and probably Liverpool. If we do that, like that the hardest run, I know if you go think back at like people who had hard runs from around that 16 to the final.
Yeah, no, do you know what? He's got a point.
It could
that's
actually be
kind
the
of crazy.
hardest run. Yeah.
Do you know what I was actually thinking of? The only one I can think of is, and I'm being slightly. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on, Sammy. Go on.
I mean, 2015 Barca had a tough run. I think they beat all the champions. They beat Man City in the round of 16. Then they beat PSG. Then it was Pep Bayern that Messi do the thing against her, and then it was Juve. That was a tough run too.
Yeah, that was tough. That was, yeah. But I think this might be the hardest, bro. I think you're right, because I think this is peak City, peak Liverpool, peak PSG. Yeah, it probably would be this one. It probably would be.
Chelsea are not no mugs.
Yeah, Chelsea ain't no mugs either. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and they're the holders. What are we talking about? They're the bloody holders.
Yeah, they are the holders. That's what I'm saying.
And NBA question for Matt. I know I'll message him, but like he didn't get a reply. I don't like if you follow the NBA this year and we think about the Lakers nightmare, boy. And people saying LeBron legacy and all kind of madness.
Sammy.
And who we think will win it? Yeah.
I'm thinking of. All right, Sammy. You know, I'll chop that out because I've got a lot to say. I'll answer that, bro. You hurt my feelings when you said.
And we had to talk about that. We had to talk about Harden again, man. He gone Philly, starts off good, and he back to being messing around again.
Yeah. He's gone back to normal James Harden. This is the James Harden that's just out of shape. Look like he don't really train. Bro, Harden, talented guy, but he ain't got it. He ain't got the mental capacity. He ain't got the mentally. It's mentally with Harden. Mental.
Yeah, and I a person that back Harden for years now. So that's all I want to talk to.
Yeah, no, we'll chop that up now, bro. Big up those.
We'll talk about that, bro.
As always, Sammy, bro.
Big up as always, bro.
Hey, we know never. You crazy? Never we know. You mad? We never jump ship. We make other people jump ship. About.
Well, wouldn't that be a great move though to go and play with?
You know what makes it worse though? This is what if there's one thing about LeBron that annoys me, is that LeBron
will go where he needs to win.
Yeah, and not only that, sometimes he talks too much. Like for example, he came out the other day.
Cristiano Ronaldo of basketball players, man.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Is that your boy?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, he's even been back to the team he used to play for as well.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll put you both up when it comes to basketball, man. I'll put you both up. Don't do that. Don't talk about my guy.
You know what's mad?
You support the Ronaldo basketball, and I'm the man fully repping Naby now. Is that what we're saying, man? What's going on?
Oh, what? Full turnaround.
See you, yeah.
And then, you know what's mad, Carl? His ex even took him back. The Cavaliers even took him back, and then he cheated on him again, bro.
Yeah, boy.
No, to be fair,
this is your segment, bro. Go true, brother.
You know what, you man? You see how you man? All right, cool. Well, all right. In fact, we'll do that bit. We'll do the NBA bit long. What was the first? Because I don't want to. What's the first question? Sorry,
the running, the Champions League running. I gotta be honest.
I agree with him. You know.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. When he said the names,
a bit of a role, but
when he said the names, I was like, damn.
If it's us, they meet in the final. It's the hardest run ever in the knockout. Yeah.
The top three English teams all in kind of the peak of their powers.
Yeah.
Man. And PSG.
And PSG with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe.
Yeah.
Now Sammy's actually talking facts there. I can't even front. He's talking facts.
Just quickly before you do the thing, you know the Golden State, yeah. You know they show like all the warm-up stuff and all that before, yeah. And like when
what are you gonna see? You saw Steph doing the whole.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I thought it was an advert and it was fake.
Bro. No, it's real. I watched him
start at the what's it called where you do that, where you take the foul throw. You know when you do a thing from the foul throw
free throw line. Yeah, free throw line.
Yeah, it's a free throw line. I saw him start at the free throw line, bro.
Yeah, and went all the way to half
the halfway line. And then make his way back to the free throw line and didn't miss one, bro. And then he walked into the crowd and someone asked him to do one on his way out, and he fucking still done it, bro. On the way out,
no,
I was like, this guy is fake, bro.
I can really dissect basketball right now because here's the thing: Steph Curry is the great. When I say greatest, I'm not mincing my words. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. Shooting Nobody can test him. MJ can't test him. LeBron can't test him. Kobe can't test him. Nobody. See, like all the people that people will rate in, even Durant. When it comes to shooting, he's the greatest shooter. But this is where you got to break it down. He's not the most efficient shooter. A more efficient shooter.
Is this true? He got 106 3-pointers in a row.
In terms of in a row, I think he means like going in basically 106 games while scoring a 3, if that makes sense. So he's played 106 games and he's always made a 3, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But in terms of like
hold on. 5 straight minutes of practice. What? Hold on. So whatever it is, this is ridiculous. Like whatever it is he's done. That's
Ray Allen can't chat to him. No, but again, like, don't get me wrong. When it comes to like the way how Steph Curry entered into the NBA and like changed the way how the game is played, literally, it's because of him. It's because of his range. Like he started making people think like, like if I learn to shoot from further out, I can be unguardable. The thing is about Curry that makes him so unique as well is his handle, innit? He might not necessarily have the greatest handles of all time, but his handles are absolutely still sick and he will fry you. He's one of them people, yeah, in today's game where they pass half court.
What do you mean? What does handles mean?
Handles, like the way he can dribble. He can dribble with the ball, basically.
Okay.
He's got handles in it. That's in basketball, it's just called handles, in it. The way he can dribble with a basketball, yeah, bro. He can offset you at any point. So like he come off half court. Maybe Draymond might do a screen, and a screen is where, like, give an example. Like I stand there like this, stand still, and say Drift is Steph Curry. Drift will run around me. The defender, obviously, I'm Drift. Basically, a screen is you're screening your opponent in it, and you're helping your player get by in it. So Steph Curry will come off a screen. It don't matter if it's a half court, fam. He will throw that thing there from half court, and you'll look at it and go, "This is fake." You're actually thinking in your brain, "This is fake, bro." I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's mad. Like he's actually changed the game. However, I'm not gonna go as far as to say he's the most like efficient shooter, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a weird one. He's efficient, but he's not at the same time. 3-point, nah. Do you know what? Let me take that back. Steph Curry's efficient. Or however, when I say efficient, I'm thinking of KD. Like for me, Kevin Durant is Mr. Efficient. Like, but again, KD don't shoot from as far more times than not. Even though KD can shoot the 3 off the dribble, I still think KD though, when it comes to like efficiency, like KD's efficiency is kind of mad. You don't even need that many shots. But yeah, it's kind of mad. Steph Curry has changed the game. The Lakers are in disarray. Kind of knew they weren't going to do it. Like maybe like 15 games and I knew it wasn't going to work. They didn't have the right pieces. Sammy, the reason I didn't reply to you is I didn't want to talk about it because it upsets me when I just see LeBron James. And I just knew that like they were just going to jump on my man when they didn't make the play-in or the playoffs. Could see that happening. But yeah, it's kind of mad. LeBron James is still one of the best players in the world. KD's up there, Steph's up there. Shout out Kyrie Irving as well. That's my guy, Kyrie Irving. Best handles of all time for me. I'll leave it there.
Is it what's his Jar something? He's got dreads.
Oh, John Morant, or John Morant, as they say.
Is that the one? Is he seen as like the next guy to kind of be the next?
He's an upcoming superstar who's blockbuster. He's a point guard. He's got his athleticism is off the chain. He's starting to shoot the 3 better. He's basically will be, if he's not the face of the NBA in how many years' time, he'll be one of the leading kind of figures in the NBA.
Yeah, I think I saw one thing where someone was about to do a dunk and he out jumped them while they were about to dunk. And
he's not even tall, Cal. John Morant is actually like, how tall is John Morant? It must be
watch him say he's only like 6'3".
No, bro. But here's the joke.
6'6". Like,
but bro, John Morant is probably like 6. Yeah, maybe about 6'2", 6'3" off the top of my head. Yeah, but here's the joke.
That is tall, man.
No, Drift in NBA terms. In NBA terms.
No, in NBA terms, yeah, because they're all freaks of nature, bro.
But bro, this is what I was gonna say. John Morant is dunking on man that's like 6'8", 6'9". But that's crazy.
What's weird is in England, I have never, ever walked down the street and seen somebody who's like 6'8". I just haven't. But in the NBA, they're like it's just regular. It's so weird.
It's mad, bro. It's mad. It's
so
actually
weird.
crazy.
But LeBron, so LA's going backwards while LeBron's hairline's going forward. That's hilarious.
Listen, don't talk about my brother like that. That's my guy, you know.
I want to answer this question because and I know people think I hate Mbappe. Fair enough. That's cool. Mbappe misses silly chances because Mbappe's still young. He's meant to be missing those chances. He's still young. He's still sick, though. He's still going to score chances that 90% of footballers won't score. Like, he's sick. But he should be missing those chances because he's so young. Like, Salah misses chances he misses. We wouldn't turn around and say Salah's not the guy, though. So that puts a bit of context into it still. I'm going to get through these super chats before we sign off. Kadir says, this is a good question. Big up Kadir, by the way.
Yeah,
which actor would be best to play Klopp in a biopic?
Ooh, which actor?
Bruh.
Big question still.
This is gonna sound so weird, yeah. But back in the day when he was at Dortmund, yeah, I used to say like
De Niro, by the way, sorry. De Niro.
I used to say Klopp was a mad scientist. Do you know what I'm gonna say? Who I thought he should have. Well, if it was Klopp at Dortmund,
like Al Pacino, I changed it. Sorry.
If it was Klopp at Dortmund, I would have said people gonna love Doc from Back to the Future. I don't know why, fam. No, big man thing. I don't know why. I just thought Klopp is a mad scientist, yeah, because that's what he was known for at Dortmund. Now it's kind of hard to say because now he's like kind of changed a bit. He's not that mad scientist anymore, but I don't know about now.
Do you know who it'll be for me? I think he's such an underrated actor. I can't remember his name. If anyone can remind me of his name. But he's Kingpin in Daredevil.
No,
the TV series.
I know you're talking about. No, do you know what? He's too serious.
No. If he lost weight, so he was slim enough to be Klopp,
but his persona's too serious.
And if he grew the beard as well,
the guy from Money Heist.
I haven't watched much of Money Heist, you know, so I don't know which one you're talking about.
That's a good shout because it's kind of awkward, but kind of like.
That's it. Yeah. That's his name. Yeah, big up.
No, but you know what it is,
Vince
bro.
D'Onofrio. If he lost the weight, yeah, he is such a good actor, and like he embodies the person that he's playing. So I think he could embody all of the like Klopp, like, you know, mannerisms and all that. Like he is such an underrated actor, by the way.
No, he's sick. I just wonder whether because Klopp is like you gotta have that humor, like, and I feel like he's not that guy. The reason I say humor, yeah, I'll never forget this
is
time.
Actually a good shout, you know. Fastbender. That's not a bad shout, you know, to be honest.
No, do you know what I don't want to say? Because he's just everybody in it. Like he's everybody.
Yeah. No, but that's not a bad shout to be.
My man was even flipping
Ryan Cranston's not a bad shout.
Thingy from
Magneto.
Assassin's Creed blood. Was it Altair? Yeah. Bruv, like allow it.
Ryan Cranston's actually a decent shout, actually.
Oh, who's I gonna say for
I'm the one who knocks the
Mr. Drift says Fabinho, Thiago, and Bobby are key on Sunday. Ali, Trent, Matip, Virgil, Robbo, Fab, Hendo, Thiago, Mo, Bobby, Diaz. Matip on the 25th minute, 78th minute for Bobby, and Origi 93rd. Gundogan 43rd, Foden 68th, 3-2 to us.
You heard it here first.
I would take that.
If Origi!
Yeah, bro.
If Origi scores a winning goal, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Done. New boxer shorts, maybe new wallpaper. I'm coming off the screen. Literally and figuratively.
Wallpaper, you know. Messi FC.
It's all a mess, bro.
Salah fanboy is going to come for your Wi-Fi, Matt.
Yeah, what he did.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Big up to Daz TV. Make sure you go and check out Daz TV. Good evening, lads. I don't see Fabio replacing anyone immediately. This kid will be world class. He reminds me of Coutinho. Great to have the deal finally done and seen us build for the future. Indeed. I still don't think he's.
Look at Daft Drifty's comment, bro.
if Origi scores the winning goal, I'm back in the top 100%.
If you know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Hold on.
what Daft said. Do you know who he is?
Oh no, he couldn't play Klopp. He couldn't
Bro,
play.
obviously he couldn't, but that just made me laugh. Bro. I can't even laugh. That said Joe Pesci, you know, Home
With the
Alone
voice
and that.
as well, with the voice.
He's too short to play Klopp. He's a big actor, but he's too short to be Klopp, though.
Yeah, he's way too short, man.
Liverpool 12th man says since 2015, 138 mil, second to Chelsea in academy net revenue. Also, my boy Serginho gonna be peed hearing me mess up his name, and Stephen Merchant plays Klopp.
Oh, he's got the height to play him. He's got the height. Yeah, he's actually got the height. I haven't seen Stephen Merchant do a serious role though. That's the only thing. But he's funny though. Like he's actually hilarious, Stephen Merchant.
LTAB says, Matt, what happened to your GOAT? LeBron messed up with these old players. Jordan would never. Also, by the way, if we win our next 3 games, we're winning the quad.
Can I respond to that? I never even said LeBron is my GOAT. I just said
he's your
favorite.
favorite.
Yeah, of course, my favorite player. Not only that, yeah. Jordan weren't repping them numbers at 37 years of age, but we moved though. You know what I mean? What is it? 29, 10, and 6. But we moved though, innit?
Oh,
them numbers
wow.
there.
You're
you
gonna
know?
have the Messi and the Jordan fans on you, bro. Best
them
of luck
ones
this
there.
weekend, bro.
You know what, Carl? See you, yeah. Just remember. Drift left you on Boat Origi. I left you on Boat Nabi, and now you want to try and jump on boats now, yeah?
Both now, bro. How
Stop
about
calling
that?
you boatman. Stop calling Cal boatman, you know.
We're gonna have to get him some boat shoes and a sailor hat, man.
Hey, trust me. Cal, you getting some boat shoes
and some chino shorts.
No socks.
No socks.
Open shirt, sleeve shirt as well.
And we're gonna have to get him some flip flops when it's really hot. You know when you want to go lie and
trust me, he's getting his care package is gonna be boat shoes, yeah. Some chino shorts and a float.
And some thong flip flops.
Tied up in between the toes and that.
Man, don't get sliders. Man gets the ones that you gotta hold them with your toes, bro.
Them ones there, you know, them ones are mad, bro.
Never worn them in my life. Never will, bro.
Adidas sliders. I swear, every brother I know, I think if you don't have Adidas sliders, fam, I'll be like, bro, what's going on?
Yeah.
Everyone I know has had Adidas sliders, bro. It's actually mad.
Yeah.
Messi FC says, stop playing. Matt Westbrook is the best shooter.
Stop, Messi FC. Stop it, bro. You're taking liberties. Bro.
He's messing with you, man.
Bro, when I say Westbrook, he can't.
They're like, what?
Bro,
what you talking about?
Shoot,
Liverpool 12th man. Don't sleep on Clay. He gives Curry a run for his money.
Yeah, Clay Thompson's also an amazing shooter, but I would still put Curry ahead of him. Only because of the range, though. Only because of the range that Curry brings.
Streets approved. Thames says Bryan Cranston, Walter from Breaking Bad for me. And
I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to warm up to the idea of Branson being Klopp still. I think, yeah, that's a good shout. That is actually a good shout.
I like it. Ash says Nico Jokic breaking the points record and getting a standing ovation from Russ Wilson was fire. What was this? Is this basketball?
Mm-hmm. Nikola Jokic. So Nikola Jokic breaking the points record and getting that standing ovation from Russ Wilson was flames. Yeah, no.
What you mean? Most points scored in one game? You mean?
I'm trying to remember what the record was for. Jokic is one of the leading candidates for MVP in it this season. I can't remember what record that he broke this season. Great player. He's good. I like Jokic, but I don't know. Like he's not. For me, he's not my MVP. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Giannis and maybe even Embiid as well. Like I really rate Embiid as well. Still, I rate Embiid, but Embiid's just gone down a bit because of the way how hard he's been playing. But Giannis as well. Giannis has been sick as well. Giannis has been sick. So, and if KD didn't get injured, I would have put KD in that conversation if he didn't get injured. But you can't really do that. So,
whenever Matt talks about basketball, I feel like Cal feels when we talk about Dragon Ball Z.
Well, how do you think I feel when Matt's talk about basketball and you lot talk about anime, bro? That's two. Like, I'm out. Like I got to shout out to Demo. The only reason I know about that Ja Morant guy is because of Demo. Because I've seen.
Okay, yeah, Ja Morant, yeah, Memphis Grizzlies.
I know who Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson, yeah, plays for Golden State, yeah, with
I know
Steph,
the
yeah,
name. I wouldn't tell you what they do on a court apart from Curry. I know Curry's known for his shooting.
Yeah.
But people, I'm gonna wrap up here. We are back on Sundays. The big one, people. It's the big one on Sunday. Before we go though, Matt Drift, you man gonna watch UFC on Saturday night? Yeah?
Yes, I'm watching it, bruv. Don't worry, I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm actually watching it.
Making sure still.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it. All right, just quickly. Oh no, you've done your prediction.
I know you guys want to let me down and all that when we discussed on Monday on the Monday Night Live show. I know you.
Just quickly. Burns or how do you pronounce his name? Shemaev. Shemaev. Burns or Shemaev? I've got Shemaev, by the way.
I've got Burns.
Huh? I wouldn't be shocked if Burns pulls off a shot.
Matt went, huh? What? I broke it down in my preview, but just to give you guys a little snippet why I've said that. I haven't seen enough of Hamzat to say that he wins.
Bro, can I just say something just quickly? I know you've seen it because you live and breathe UFC as well, yeah? There was a clip where they showed Shemaev not move to Burns because Shemaev actually respects. One thing I do like about him, like he jokes about and he actually does respect all of his opponents, yeah. But you know the hotel bit where they kind of saw each other. Shemaev was like, "You're looking kind of small, brother. Show me that power." And even though obviously because Burns' temperament is very like laid back in it. Yeah. He laid back. So, but you see that kind of like it's a little bit of arrogance, but it's more confidence.
Hamzat's nuts, bruv. He's nuts.
No, this bruv. You see Darren Till, yeah? When Darren Till was talking about, man, he was like, and again, I know Darren Till's not the be-all end-all, but he's still a well-respected fighter. And, you know, there was even word coming out from, I think from Till's camp, like, nah, Shemaev, like, when they had to, like, spar and whatnot, Shemaev does some work on him still. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I can imagine that.
I said, hurry up, bro. Boy, there's only one way to end the show when little man's talking.
Hold on. This is Cal. This is what Cal wants to say.
Well, I've got in my mind right now that Stormzy lyric saying, "You ain't even the man of your yard." Like,
oh my god! You know this is a shout from Ash though. Joaquin Phoenix. That's actually a brilliant shout.
Yeah, but do you think it's going too far though? Too far though.
But I saw man dislocate his knee during the stomping scene, bro.
You see, whenever I think of the Joker, yeah, I don't know why. I know Joaquin Phoenix had an amazing role, but you see, like when Heath Ledger drift, you know, when you was talking about that one scene at the beginning. Where he's walking mad and he does that thing in the back. You see that kind of awkward walk, bro. I can't imagine Block doing things like that, bro.
No, but that's because he's a great method actor. Yeah. Like
no,
because he's done like comedies and stuff.
Yeah. No, Joaquin. I just thought.
You know how hard you've got to stamp something to dislocate your own knee, bro. Like raw. It's like. Bro.
Oh my god!
No, that is true.
Screaming, bro. You praying to God on autopilot, bro. Man was just giggling.
Man. Like, you know what though? I'm ready for Sunday though. I'm ready. All right, this is the energy that I've got for Sunday, blood. We gotta bring that energy Sunday, you know. They're gonna need it, or the man them are gonna need it on Sunday. Bring all the energy.
For some reason, I can't get it out of my head now ever since Cal started it. Chelsea, Chelsea.
You didn't even realize that's the remix.
So I said, when Tuchel was like, "Yeah, we need more."
There's just one more Chelsea in there.
Yeah, you just add another Chelsea. Chelsea.
Bro,
At least come out with it. Like Kante rhymes with other stuff. Like James rhymes with things. To do something creative, man. Nothing.
No, they ain't doing nothing, bro.
Nothing, bro.
Oh, my
Imagine
God.
if you're a player and you're just looking up to the stands doing the same. I'm like, same one again, yeah. Just all right, cool, man.
It's
Cool,
mad,
nice
isn't it?
one.
No,
Nice
like
one.
no enthusiasm, like nothing to spur you on, so to speak, like to kind of give you the energy, like nothing,
Yeah,
bro.
Can you guys make a song for me? Yeah, we got it, mate. Kante. Havertz. Reece James. It's just so it's like, all right,
Bro, you can actually do it, bro. I mean, you can literally do it with all of them. Romelu. You can literally do it with all of them.
Monday.
What do you do when there's 3 syllables? How do you work it? Jorginho. Oh, come on, man, be original.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Josh Silver says, Cal, what would you do if you see Matt drinking your apple juice? I'd like to think he wouldn't.
I would never drink out apple juice.
That'd be the equivalent of me taking food off Matt's plate. Like,
yeah, it's true. It just wouldn't end well. Every man would just put like this. There'll be a massive standoff. They'll be like, "You took my food," and then Cal look at me and be like, "What? She took my apple juice?" And then Cal look at me. There's only one way we're gonna settle this. Give me back my apple juice, and I'm gonna say, "Give me back my food." If not, it is what it is.
Give you back the food. What are you gonna do? Regurgitate it like a bird?
I'm saying if he took. No, I'm saying if he took the food.
Oh,
yeah, if he took the food, obviously, I'm not talking about if he ate it. That's like me saying if I drank the drink in it.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. You can piss it back in the bowl, and man wouldn't even know.
No.
We
ain't gonna do none of that stuff.
Promo says Real Madrid. We have 13 Champions League. This is football heritage. Chelsea, but Chelsea.
But any name, you know.
Is dead. Kepa.
Mason. They have to can't even do the mountain and just use Mason.
Ziyech.
I think got a lot of double syllable players' names in there too.
Even if Lukaku, it'll be like Kaku. Bro, they got
they just shout Romelu.
Dead all over.
Or maybe they want to be a chant and just shout Lukaku.
Dead food, man. But people,
Chelsea,
smash the like if you haven't already. We are going to be back on Sunday. Watch long and post match.
Right, Sunday we engage in that. Trust me,
we engaging
the thing on Sunday.
Grab your merch. Link in the description, people.
You asked for it, people. So it's here.
Got it.
It's here.
Indeed.
And it's Friday night, so make sure you're doing the same.
No pause.
No pause.
Bang. Peace out, people. See you on Sunday.
Oh man.
Wrapping up good. It's a pump. Big up, people.
An old CD that I had, you know. I swear down.
Big up, people. See you on Sunday.
Big up. Peace.